Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Ash,
Hello.
I see you very keen this evening.
Hi,
First comment. So yeah, we'll kick straight off with what we usually do. We'll do recent watches, and we'll just go around clockwise. I'll go last this time. So Roy, if you want to go first.
Yep, sure. Well, I've watched 3 over the weekend. The first one being Winchester 73, a rewatch, which directed by Anthony Mann, and I think it's one of the first of 8 films that he made with James Stewart. And I think apart from the Glenn Miller story, this might be my favourite. Just a great western centred around this gun, this 1 in 1,000 gun that everybody's after. Jimmy Stewart's brilliant in it. Shelley Winters, who is in Poseidon Adventure, and 2 brilliant villains. Dan Duryea is one of my favourite villains in films, and Stephen McNally. Yeah, really good, solid western. That is. I recommend that if you haven't seen it. Then I watched. This is one that James sent me in the parcel. You might have seen it on the video. And I like my film noir. The glare's not very good. Night in the City, and I'd never heard of it, but I got so many comments saying what a good film it was. I thought I better watch it straight away. And bloody hell, it's really, really good. It's Richard Widmark, Gene Tierney, set in London. Don't know why they have American actors, probably just to make it more accessible to American audiences, I would have thought. And like Richard Widmark is this like fly by your pants type character, always into everything, and he gets into wrestling promoting, and then he upsets the mob who also rival wrestling promoters. And yeah, really good dark film one. Brilliant seeing like London in the 50s. And I think it's got a remake with De Niro.
Yeah, I've seen that about from the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
1992.
Yeah.
I don't think the remake's supposed to be particularly good though. So yeah, that was a good one. And then this afternoon I rewatched The Gift. Jason Bateman, really good thriller. Rebecca Hall, Joel Edgerton. I just enjoyed this one. I think this come out a little bit before Ozark, and he reminds me of his character in Ozark, Jason Bateman. So whether he got the role off the back of this, I don't know, but it's like conniving type character he is in there. Yeah, really good thriller with some good twist in it. Yeah, I enjoy that. Yes, that's what I've been watching recently.
Nice. Not seen any of those. Have you guys seen any of those ones?
No.
Seen The Gift?
No.
Yeah, Winchester 73. That's a fantastic film. Yeah. I've seen that. And The Gift is one I haven't seen, but I've been wanting to watch that for a while. So I'm glad you recommend it, Roy.
Directed by Joel Edgerton as well.
Wow.
Nice. Ellery, what have you been watching?
Well, not a lot, really. So I forgot about this part of the stream, really. So me and the wife over the weekend, we've been rewatching the Meet the Parents films.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it, really. That's all I've watched, really. So currently we've watched the first one and the second one. It's really enjoyed. But I think then the third one, it's been ages since I've watched it, but it takes a bit of a dive, doesn't it? It's not supposed to be as good, so
No.
we'll see.
Yeah. I think Stuart went through those the last week as well.
Yeah.
Watched all 3 back to back. I think it helps because he absolutely, like Jodie and myself, absolutely loves Barbara Streisand and Dustin Hoffman. So that kind of helps the film a lot, all 3 of them. Well, the second and the third.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I like the second one. I think they were the best characters in it, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I'm guessing everyone's seen those 3 films, have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, quality films. Jodie, what have you been watching?
I'm kind of similar to Ellery. I've been away over the weekend, so I haven't actually been kind of getting a chance to watch much. But I did when I was away. I had to do the obligatory visit to CEX, and I picked up the movie Norma Ray with Sally Field and Beau Bridges, and yeah, that was just absolutely fantastic. I got a chance to watch that before the weekend was over, and yeah, it was been actually one I've been wanting to get my hands on for ages, but it's not the easiest kind of film film to come by on physical media, but the CEX where I was going had it in stock, so I was delighted and I just absolutely loved it. So I think it's from the late 70s. Maybe someone can pinpoint the year, but
I think it was 79.
Yeah, I think it is
79, yeah. And yeah, it's just basically about a kind of girl played by Sally Field working in a textile factory who kind of meets a guy from he kind of basically goes around kind of unionizing all the different kind of factories, and she kind of gets friendly with him, and she's kind of starts taking up the movement. And it's kind of like it's a great movie about kind of, I guess, kind of what you can do when you kind of put your mind to it. And you know, it was a really, really enjoyable, kind of very heartwarming kind of story. So I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I a few years ago now, when I used to get stuff from Rare Waves, which I very rarely get anything from Rare Waves, like the American Rare Waves now, because the last time I ordered something on there, I ordered it 3 weeks, it hadn't turned up, so I messaged them and basically said, it's not turned up, can you either refund me or give me another copy? Said, I was ever so sorry, we'll just send you another copy. Another 3 weeks passed and it still hasn't come up, so I'm like, what's going on? This is twice now. Oh, we're really sorry, we can't fulfill your order, we'll have to cancel it. And I had the same thing, funnily enough, with Norma Ray. I ordered a few years ago. It said the Blu-ray, had a picture of the Blu-ray, so I ordered it for about £10, the American import, and it arrived and it was the Canadian DVD.
Okay.
Which is odd. And when I messaged them to say why they'd sent me the Canadian DVD, they said, oh, it's an issue, it's a stock issue. And I was like, but you were advertising the American, clearly advertising the American Blu-ray, and I paid for that as well. And they're like, oh, send it back and we'll give you your money back. I thought, hang on a minute, you've ripped me off here and you're making me send it all the way back to America. Yeah, so I don't very often venture to Rare Waves anymore. Although, no, that was Amazon. I've just ordered the First Horizon on Amazon Italy, because that was really good. But
they're hitting, aren't they, Rare Waves? I have gotten a good I've ordered a good few titles from them over the years, like just stuff that's just out of print in the UK, and like they just have it on Rare Waves. But I've got a few from them that are like sealed, like the library copies that are not opened. And just the hassle of getting into them. But yeah, they're kind of hit and miss. I've had a few good experiences with them as well, but hit and miss.
Yeah. Has anyone else seen Norma Ray?
No.
You have, Andy? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I liked it. I was going through like an Oscar kick because I know she won an Oscar for that film, and I was watching that and the other one she won for, Places in the Heart, at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good film. Really enjoy it. I think the Union fella is played by Rachel's dad from Friends.
Yeah, he's brilliant in it. He's so good.
Yeah. But it's a pretty good film. It's a good drama. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You seen anything else, Jodie, or was that it?
That's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. I'm hoping to get kind of stuck back into my films this week because it just was kind of like a crazy week. But at least I watched something that was very memorable to me. So
yeah, nice. Pete, what have you been watching?
Because I've been in work, I've been knackered, so I haven't been bothered to watch a lot of stuff. So I watched the latest 3 episodes of Andor, and then I watched. Let me find it. I watched Pleasantville on DVD. Because I haven't seen it for years and I forgot how good it was because I recommended it in one of my videos. And then I watched another film from the 90s called The Cutting Edge, which is about an ice skater and a hockey player who have to team up to get into the Olympics. It's all right. They made about 4 sequels to it. And the last film I watched was Confidence, which is a con artist movie from James Foley, who literally died like 2 days ago. Starring Edward Burns, Rachel Weisz, Andy Garcia, and Dustin Hoffman. It's a very good film. I also watched Jumper, the Doug Liman movie. Absolute waste of a movie, that film was. It's such a mess. They could have done so much with it, and yeah, they ballsed it. But yeah,
I
that's
think Samuel
all I
Jackson is
watched.
really good in that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never bothered with Jumper. It's never sort of. I mean, I heard bad stuff about it, and it's just one that's just never really like the covers just never really jumped out to me, and because I never really watched the Star Wars prequels, I never really got Hayden Christensen and like him as an actor, so it was just one that I kind of just never was interested in watching. But yeah, I'm sure Jodie, have you seen Confidence?
Yeah, I'm actually not mad on it, and I don't like Dustin Hoffman in that character.
Yeah, he's playing a villain in it.
Yeah, I just don't think the character kind of suits him, and I think he does his best with the role, but he doesn't kind of. I don't know. I just wouldn't have cast him in that specific role. But yeah, no, it's an okay film. It's not one of my favorites. Kind of with Dustin Hoffman though.
Yeah. Anyone else seen any of the other ones that Pete's watched this week?
I've seen Pleasantville years ago, but I really can't remember much about it. It's one I need to watch again. I think it's got a Blu-ray, is it?
I think there's a Danish
not
Blu-ray
in
in
the UK,
there.
I don't think.
Yeah, not in the UK, but there is like a Danish Blu-ray. I'm sure Andy's probably got a Blu-ray copy of it.
Pleasantville, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen? I'm guessing you've seen it then, Andy.
Yeah. It's kind of similar. It's been a long time since I've originally watched it, so I'm due a rewatch. But I remember really liking it.
Yeah, nice. And what have you been watching, Andy?
I've just kind of gone down like the comfort route, really. Just watching like those older films I absolutely love. I watched Napoleon Dynamite the other night. I forgot how much I enjoyed that. It's just so good. The soundtrack is amazing. I watched Casper. I watched Mrs. Doubtfire. I watched The Cable Guy. I've watched one of my favorite animated movies tonight, just coming in from work. I watched Batman Mask of the Phantasm on 4K. Love that film. And I watched a newer film tonight. It's that Nonads with Vince Vaughn. On Netflix. I watched that tonight. I really enjoyed it. I thought, what a charming little film that was. Just a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Anyone seen any of those?
I think we've all probably seen Casper and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of Casper. I only watched it recently, but I think it's one of those films that you have to have really grown up with to really be.
Yeah.
And because I just kind of it completely went over me and I missed it, I just didn't get it. Whereas obviously something like Mrs. Doubtfire, I've grown up with and absolutely love. Although if I'd never seen it and I'd watched that today, I probably would still love it because it's just such a good film. But we talked about Honesty last week.
Yeah, Casper's a weird one for me. I grew up with it, like you say, it's nostalgia. But if it's on TV or anything, or you just put it on, I have to watch it to the end. It just gets you.
Yeah.
I've got to say the CGI in it holds up really well.
Yeah.
The CGI in it's fantastic for the time.
The score, I think, is like one of the most beautiful things about it as well. It's so magical or something. I just love James Horner's work anyway, but I just think the score of that just makes it.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice. Well, I've only got 2 to talk about because we've only watched 2 since yesterday. I watched because Roy bullied me into it. I watched Gone with the Wind. So that was literally yesterday. That was the whole day. Just sat watching Gone with the Wind. I didn't mind it. It was good. It's just I don't think I could sit through it for a while again because it does take up a lot of time because it is like I think it's 3 hours 53 minutes, so it's ridiculously long. But it's a classic, and it's considered one of the greatest films ever. I can see why, because it's just so. It's like the definite. It's one of I would say it's probably one of, if not the first, like epic films. Because it's just big and sprawling, and the music, like Stuart was saying, gets stuck in your head. Yeah, really good though. Yeah, so I spent all afternoon watching that yesterday, And then I decided to watch something even darker than that, much Jodie's recommendation. So I put on Mean Creek, which, gosh, what a film that was. Won't spoil it, but Jesus, yeah.
Dark,
Good
isn't
film,
it?
good
Yeah.
film though, but it just kind of, it kind of just hits you, doesn't it? Like halfway, well, I suppose it's a bit more than halfway through, but it goes really dark, a lot darker than I thought it was going to go, but really well done the way it was handled, and considering that it was that director's like first film, and I don't think he's really done anything. He did one called a few years ago called Don't Let It Go, with is it David Oyelowo, which I saw at the cinema, and I quite like that. It's like it's about a man and his niece is basically he sees that she's gonna die, but he can speak to her on the phone, but she's like 2 days back, so he's still got a chance to save her. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was quite. I think it's Blumhouse. And I think it's one of those that came and went, didn't get a physical release, and literally disappeared. But when I was looking up, it was one that I genuinely had forgotten about, and then I went on it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that film. It was all right. Have you seen it, Pete?
No, I haven't, but I remember the trailers for it.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. If you like, it's not really time travel because he is like I said, he's like in the present, and his niece has been killed.
Yeah.
But then he obviously answers the phone, so it's a bit like didn't they do another one? Well, not the same, but what's that other one where he speaks to them on the phone when they're dead? Oh, I'm sure Stephen King did one, didn't he? Similar to that. Oh, that's gonna get me nuts now.
It reminds me of, what is it, The Lake House?
Yeah, same sort of concept. Yeah,
and
very
Frequency
similar.
is the other one.
Yeah, when he's talking to his dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's if you can find it somewhere, it's worth watching that one. But Mean Creek, it's just a shame that director kind of hasn't really done much off of the back of that, because I don't know how well it did back in the day. I'm assuming it was probably a small indie film that was given good word of mouth at the time, but it's just kind of become hidden.
Yeah, I've seen like the IMDb score creep up over the years, like quite a bit.
Yeah,
I think it's like over 7 point something. Yeah. It used to be kind of down, maybe in the low 6s. I remember from like literally years ago when I used to kind of be obsessed with it. And yeah, it just got me just so hard when I watched it the first time. I think as well, being like their age as well, when I watched it, it was just like, whoa. And just seeing like kids kind of perform as well, to that kind of caliber, I just think was so impressive as well. And the scenery and everything is just beautiful. That, the setting and just everything about it, I just love.
It's Josh Peck, isn't it?
Josh Peck.
Yeah, he plays George. Yeah,
I think that was done after Drake and Josh or during Drake and Josh, but before the Red Dawn remake.
Yeah, I think it was Jorn, because he actually, you could kind of tell even in the later seasons of Drake and Josh, he kind of had lost some of the weight and everything. So I think it was more maybe mid Drake and Josh.
One of the saddest characters. That's like one of the saddest characters of Ed. It's just so sad.
Yeah,
it's like broke my heart at the end, because it's just like. Yeah. It's just that because I think, was it you or Ash was saying it's something that could actually happen in real life, sort of thing, and it probably does, not obviously to that extent, but obviously the bullying sort of thing, and then being like that definitely happens in real life, and it's just really sad to see, and especially the reasons like surrounding his character and why he was sort of doing it. It's just it makes it even sadder.
Yeah.
And the end with the camcorder, just oh my god.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find like similar, like kind of teen films like that over the years, and nothing's ever quite hit the mark. Like Super Dark Times is another kind of similar kind of movie, if anyone's seen that one. But it just doesn't.
Mysterious Skin with
that's
Gordon-Levitt.
That's dark. That is so dark.
That is a very dark movie.
That was a one and done kind of watch for me. I think when I was just like, no, never again.
Brick's quite good as well.
Brick, yeah. Brick was
Yeah,
Which is
very,
a similar sort
very
of thing.
noirish.
Yeah. Well, it is
Yeah,
like a modern noir film, isn't it? Because he's like
Yeah.
basically doing private detective, but obviously he's not. He's just a kid. But
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, really like. I'd actually go as far to say, I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion. I think it's my favorite Ryan Johnson film.
Ooh.
It's hard because I absolutely love Looper as well, but I don't know. It might just have the edge over Looper.
Mhm.
I was a big fan of Knives Out.
Yeah, I do like, and I even liked Glass Onion.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't get on with Glass Onion because I went to see it when they had like its very limited release in cinemas. I saw it with my grandma because we'd seen the first one together, and she just didn't get on with the second one at all because she said it was too comedic. It was a lot more comedic than the first one. But it works in that type of film with like his character because his character's like very camp, and it just kind of works in that type of film and with those group of actors. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Wake Up Dead Man. I think that's high up on my list. I don't know when it's. I'm assuming they'll do December again, like they've done the last two. But yeah,
Yeah, I think Knives Out is like Poirot, but with David Suchet, and the Glass Onion is Poirot, but with Peter Ustinov.
yeah,
So there's like the one's more serious than the other one.
yeah. I think the first one's a bit better than Glass Onion. Just the way I think I think the screenplay is definitely better in the first one. But they're both good fit. Like I think we all know the only bad film Ryan Johnson's done, which nobody talks about because it's just everybody just screams why. But yeah, I think he's a pretty good director, especially when he does do like really original stuff.
To be fair, the one that we're not allowed to talk about is probably the best looking of the modern films in that series.
Yeah, it's just not this. It's just it ruined the rest of the trilogy, didn't it? Because they messed it up. Because obviously JJ had his vision, and then Ryan Johnson came in the middle one, and then it just was messy because he wanted to complete it, and it made no sense.
I didn't mind it. It was entertaining.
What the Last Jedi or the Rise of Skywalker or Shitwalker, as Sam calls it?
The middle one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember. I quite liked the end bit with Luke when they're flying the two. Is it the two TIE fighters?
Yeah.
Really low across the and then he's like fighting as a Force ghost, didn't he? I didn't mind that.
I mean, I enjoy Star Wars. I'm not a super fan, so
Yeah, I'm not either, but I like it for what
it didn't really piss me off or anything like it did the other people. So,
yeah,
enjoyable enough.
It's like Pete says, nobody can deny if you've seen The Empire Strikes Back, you can't deny how good a film it is.
Oh yeah, it's a great film.
Because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, I've only seen the original trilogy and the new trilogy.
Yeah.
And The Empire Strikes Back, like nothing, no other Star Wars that I've seen has come close to that. I don't think.
I think the prequels are good. I quite like the prequels.
I agree with you, Roy.
I've not seen them yet. I don't know why I've not. I'll watch them next because then I can say, well, I've not seen everything because I've still got Andor to watch because I've heard that's apparently the last 3 episodes are some of the best Disney Star Wars. Would you agree, Pete?
So Andor season 2 started off really, really slow, and I was kind of thinking of tapping out, and then it hit episode 8, and it literally became Star Wars. It was like it was trying to be Game of Thrones, and then it became Star Wars because it's so close to the events of Rogue One now, and Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars film by a mile. It just, the last 3 episodes that they released were just incredible. Like edge of your seat, Star Wars nostalgia, just great. Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll go on to some of the comments, and then we will start with the quiz. Adam's here. Good evening, all. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Giz is here as well. Hello, Giz.
Giz.
Oh, we got two Americans in the chat today. We got Tom Biggs. Hello, everyone from Michigan. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Oh.
And we've also got our other resident American friend, Jim's Movie Channel.
Oh, we're going to have Jim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jim.
Jim says Scarlett should have gotten a slap in the first 5 minutes of Gone with the Wind in that movie, would have been over quick. Yeah, she did. I'll say something about a film. She really pissed me off. I wanted to jump into the screen and give her just a good shake and a slap because she was so just. It's bad, really, isn't it? Because if that was a man, I'm not going to get into it, but it's really bad. Didn't she get through like 3 husbands in like 2 years?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I didn't watch it myself until all the controversy over it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's when I picked up the Blu-ray because everybody it just went, but then it came back not that long after, and I picked it up and sat on the shelf ever since until you told me to watch
people
it.
Were spending fortunes on them, weren't they?
Yeah, it was going stupid. It's like 28 Days Later. That's going to go down again soon because it's getting the re-release in a few weeks in the cinema, and I'm sure once 28 Years Later comes out, they'll re-release it.
Yeah.
So the DVD prices on secondhand are dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's currently, I think it's £8 in CEX now.
That's
and
not
it
too
was
bad.
20 quid at one point.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The prices I've seen it go for, just no one in their right mind would pay that price for a single film.
Especially not a DVD. 28
No.
days later DVD. No chance.
Yeah. Because I think people like us know that one day it is going to be re-released, and I think that's what they've done. Because wasn't it like something like Sony had to buy the rights off of Disney back in December, which is
Disney
why
lost the rights to it.
That's
which is
it,
why it was removed from. Well, I say lost. Their not copyright. What do they call it? License.
Yeah.
Thing ran out, and they just didn't renew it because it was originally a 20th Century Fox Searchlight release, and I think there was another company involved with it as well, British company. So I'm not sure how it worked, but I don't know if Sony bought it.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, because Sony obviously definitely have the rights now because they're releasing the new one. So I'd imagine when it does get re-released, it would be Sony that re-releases.
Yeah, that could be. It could be Sony then that has the license for it now.
Because it's weird. Because 28 weeks later, that didn't go crazy price. It was only the first one that went like really mad. Like the second, the second one did obviously go up in price a bit, but not anywhere near as much as the first one. Yeah. That was the one I was thinking of. The Black Phone. Thank you, Jim. Where he's talking to them on the phone, and they're already. Well, I mean, you can't save them because they're already dead, but they save him. Really good film. Yeah, bloody scared the shit out of me though.
You've got a low fear threshold, though, haven't you?
Ask Stuart what I was like watching Sinners. I was literally sat like that for most of and it's not even that scary. It's just like any horror film, I'm always cautious with because I like really jump. So but the Black Phone, I'm looking forward to the sequel on that one. That's out in October. That should be a good watch. We got Last Days on Earth here. He said, check out Bully.
I love Bully. That's so good.
Yeah.
Is that a similar sort of thing?
Bully is, it's kind of similar, but the bully is like a proper bully. Like he's just an absolute like ass. But it's a really cool film. It's a Larry Clark film, I think.
Right.
He did after Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has Brad Renfro and Nick Stahl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that because I think Ash has got that, Annie. I think is it Imprint or something like that, or Umbrella that put it out.
Umbrella.
Yeah, Umbrella. Yeah. So probably really expensive, but I wouldn't mind watching it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely kind of more kind of just like a bit more like R-rated, I think, than Mean Creek. Like it's a bit more kind of edgy that way, but it's still a really good watch.
Yeah. Mike Barrett's here. Believe me, I've not been in my right mind buying DVDs before.
Me too.
Yeah, I think Stuart's been on a bit of a mad rush with DVDs at the moment, and he's gone almost worse than me. I mean, I thought I picked up a lot of DVDs recently.
DVD's a great format.
It is, yeah. I don't know why people stopped collecting them, and there's people that call themselves Blu-ray snobs, and I just think that's just a ridiculous term because, like, yeah, I mean, I can get because I don't do VHS, but there's a reason for that because I don't have a VHS player. But DVDs, there's nothing wrong with DVDs. That it's cheap for one. A lot of them are cheap now, a lot cheaper than Blu-rays. More accessible because there's a lot of films over here that you can only get on DVD and not on Blu-ray. And if you've got a decent enough player, it upscales it anyway, so it looks good. So yeah,
DVD
I've never
opened up like the entirety of the world.
Yeah,
for movies. I mean, VHS back in the day was either PAL or NTSC, and unless you had a player that could play NTSC videos, you were stuck with only the PAL stuff. But DVD, you could instantly hack a DVD player with the code, open it up. I mean, I've got like 500-600 DVDs from America that work perfectly fine on a multi-region DVD player. It's a great format, and even though I don't personally, I don't buy DVDs anymore. There's still times where I want to go back. Like the last 3 films I've watched were all on DVD because I had them. I haven't seen either Confidence, Cutting Edge, or Pleasantville on Blu-ray in the UK, so they're there. It's a great format.
Yeah. Andy, you still do DVDs, don't you, as well?
Yeah, I am trying to sort of upgrade a lot of stuff to Blu-ray just because I do obviously like Blu-ray a lot more, but I'm not like a snob or anything like that. Like, I know DVDs still have their appeal. I think DVDs still outsell Blu-rays and 4Ks combined. At the minute, they still do their job. They still do what they need to do. But yeah, I get them from time to time if I can't get the movie on the higher format or anything like that. But yeah, I don't have a problem with them at all.
Yeah. Last season I said I thought Film 4 was involved with 28 films. I think they were involved in the first one, but I don't know if they were involved in the second one as well. I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to get my Blu-ray down. I've not got the second one anymore, but yeah, not sure about that. Hello, Nick. How are you? Even all a bit muddled in the head tonight, but I may stick around for the quiz. Take care and enjoy your evening. Hope you're not doing too bad, Nick. Give me a comment on one of my videos or something if you want to reach out. I know you've been up and down recently, so hope you're not doing too bad. Bully is definitely worth a watch. Good performances by Nick Stoll and Brad Renfro. Kids also worth a watch. Both released on Blu-ray by Umbrella. Yeah, I've heard they're quite are they quite dark films, both of them?
Yeah.
I'd like to watch both of them though. Oh, I just added this one to my list yesterday because it was on someone's video. Another underrated film with Nick Sellers, Disturbing Behaviour. Also stars James Marsden and Katie Holmes. Yeah, I've heard that's a pretty good one. It's a
weird 90s movie.
Bruce Greenwood as well in it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was like 98, I think, or 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. There was another one around the same time with Reese Witherspoon as well. I don't remember what that one was.
Oh,
I thought Katie Holmes was in Teaching Mrs. Tingle.
She was. Yeah, that was Kevin Williamson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. That was 2000, wasn't it? I think that came out.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I think that was like a total flop. I think, but it's a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We got people getting stressed. Bring on the quiz. Ollie Roy's been practicing. He's good under pressure. I don't think Roy's going to even attempt it. I mean, if you want to, if nobody else gets them, you guys can have an attempt at the answers if you want. But if they don't get them, then I don't think any of us have got
Then we can get them, are we?
Right. Is everybody ready if we start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Round 1. Question 1. What film was so scary that cinema staff carried smelling salts for guests? Everyone got an answer for that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Who wants to go first? Jodie, do you want to go first?
See, I just put The Exorcist because I've heard of kind of a lot of the lore about like the sick bags and the fainting and everything. I just can't think of it in relation to any other film.
Pete?
Yeah, same. Got The Exorcist down.
And Andy?
Same. Exorcist.
Well, that's incorrect. Roy and Ellery, do you want to give a guess?
I'd have gone with everybody else, so I'd be out.
Roy? Any idea?
Psycho.
No. The correct answer was Phantom of the Opera from the 1940s, which shocked me as well. I didn't expect that, but yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a tough quiz.
Yeah.
I did warn you, I had to make it a bit harder.
Oh no.
So the people were going to war and killing each other, but were scared of a film.
Apparently, yeah. Right. Question number 2. What was the first film to use profanity?
That's a good question. What was the word?
I can't say that because that will definitely give it away. Jim's got it.
Oh, is it a mild one? By today's
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I say it all the time. I
think
didn't even know it was a swear word.
I think I might know what it is.
Jodie, you got an answer?
I just put Gone with the Wind. Is it Dan?
That's correct. Yeah. Pete?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I didn't consider damn as a swear word, so I put Bonnie and Clyde.
And Andy?
Yeah, I put Gone with the Wind as well because I remember reading about that.
That's 1 point to Andy and Jodie. It was Gone with the Wind because apparently damn was considered a swear word back then. Question number 3, another hard one. What location served as the setting for many of John Hughes' films? Roy's off running somewhere.
Ellery's fault.
Yeah. Cheers, Roy.
Merry Christmas.
Jodie, have you got an answer?
I just put Chicago, but I'm not 100% sure.
Pete?
High School.
Andy?
Yeah, I put Chicago as well.
Do you know what? Although it's technically not the answer I was looking for, I'm going to give Pete a point because a lot of them were set in high school, so that is technically also true. But the correct answer is, well, I think Jim's got close. I mean, it probably was also what Jim said, but Jim's put Shermer, Illinois. I got Northbrook, Illinois. I would have accepted Illinois as well, but I will give Pete an answer for high school because that was also a very smart and still technically right answer.
That was my
You
first.
said location. You didn't say what part of America.
Exactly.
My first thought was school.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah.
Question number 4. Who was the first female director to earn over $100 million at the box office? It's not an obvious one, I'll say that. My dog's not very happy because I'm not giving him any attention, and he's just giving me evil looks.
Rub his belly then.
He's crashed out now because I think he's given up on waiting. Jodie, have you got an answer for that?
Penny Marshall.
Shot in the dark, but you were correct. It is indeed Penny Marshall for Big.
Oh my god.
Pete
I put Mimi Leader for Deep Impact.
and Andy, what did you go for?
No, I put Penelope Spheres.
There you go. Another point to Jodie for that one. It was, like I said, Penny Marshall.
So on the last quiz, I was trying to think of the name Penny Marshall, and I couldn't think of her name, so I was like, I'm putting her down. I don't care if it's right.
Yeah,
So I chuffed
good
with that.
guess.
Yeah, nice.
Question number 5. It's hard if you've not seen the film, but if you've seen the film, you may know the answer. Who directed the 2018 film Destroyer? I'll give you another. It stars Nicole Kidman, in case you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Who directed it?
Jodie, have you got an answer for that one?
No, that's a pass. I don't even know what genre of film that is, to be honest.
Pete
It's a pass. I know the film. I just don't know who directed it.
and Andy?
Couldn't even hazard a guess. I've seen the film. Don't know who directed it.
I'll ask Roy and Ellery because they could shock us, but any guesses?
I've never heard of it.
No? It's a good film, good thriller.
Yeah, it's a good film, yeah.
Yeah. The correct answer is Karen Kusama was the director of Destroyer.
She also directed Aeon Flux as well,
Yeah, she did, yeah.
which is shit.
Did she? I didn't like that film.
No.
I really enjoyed Destroyer, but I didn't enjoy that one. I didn't realise that. Yeah.
Question number 6. Another one you may not get if you haven't seen the film, but I threw it in there. Who is the focus of the 1987 biopic La Bamba?
Oh, I know that one.
Good. You know what I should have done? I should have thrown some French questions in here, and then Roy would have been all right.
Maybe.
Although there is some foreign language films in Tim's round, so you never know. You may get them. Jodie, have you got an answer for this one?
No, it's Lou Diamond Phillips, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, so I'm sorry. Pass.
That's all right. Pete?
Richie Valens?
Correct. And Andy?
Richie Valens.
Yeah. 2 points for everyone now. Well, everyone's on 2 points, should I say. Question number 7. Who is Ichabod Crane, and in which film does he feature in? When I say who is, I don't mean like the actor that plays him. I mean, what does he do?
That's a good film.
Yeah. One of my favorites of that director. Watch it every Halloween. Jodie?
Is it the Headless Horseman in Sleepy Hollow?
I will give you half a point because it is Sleepy Hollow, but not he wasn't the Headless Horseman now. Pete?
Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I thought I put Bookseller. I don't know why. I'm thinking of the Disney cartoon. That's why, and not the Tim Burton movie.
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a point for Sleepy Hollow. I'll give 2 points if you get both of them right. That's fair. So that's a point each to Jodie and Pete and Andy.
I put Sleepy Hollow and I put he was a detective.
Correct. Yeah, that's 2 points. He was a detective, and it was definitely Sleepy Hollow. Question number 8: Who plays Moriarty in Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows? I'll be honest, the next question I've basically just given a point to Jodie, but you guys might get it as well.
This one or the next one?
Huh?
This one or the next one?
The next one.
Okay,
the next
because
one
I
I'm
was
going
like,
to
I
ask.
haven't got a clue.
Yeah, no, the next one I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for this one, Jodie?
No, I haven't got a clue. Sorry.
Pete?
Just a guess. I put Jason Isaacs.
No. And Andy?
I'm not sure, but I went with Gerard Hess.
Oh, you're so close. It's Jared, but not Jared.
Jared Harris, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Ellery gets an
never seen
unofficial
him.
point.
So I hit the post.
Got the first name at least.
Yeah.
Question number 9. What is the name of Dustin Hoffman's character in The Graduate?
I know the first name, can't think of the surname.
Yeah.
I can't think of the surname.
I can't get the surname.
I know.
Jodie, do you want to tell us the answer?
Benjamin Braddock.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong then.
What did you put, Pete?
I put David something.
Good guess. Andy?
I got Benjamin. I just couldn't get the surname.
Judy, I'll let you decide because it's probably one of your favourite films. Do you think I should give him a point for Benjamin? And Roy and Ellery, what do you think?
Yeah, let Roy and Ellery decide.
Jodie.
Roy and Ellery?
Well, it's the first stream I'm on, so I said give him the point. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Give him the point.
Thanks.
If Andy says Liverpool are shit, he gets a point.
Oh, Liverpool are fucking diabolical.
Oh yeah, you get.
There you go.
Points.
And the final question for this round: what is in the magic eye poster in Mallrats?
Oh, what a question!
Good question, isn't it? I was looking at Mallrats and I thought that is the only question that I can ask for that film because it's just such a good question. Because obviously it's like throughout the whole film when he's staring at the poster, it's just they keep coming back to it.
Wow.
I could never do them. I'd stare at them for ages. I could never see it.
Yeah, no, I can't. I've tried them before.
You got to cross your eyes and then relax them while they're crossed. It's weird. It's a weird way of doing it.
Jodie, you got an answer?
No, I have it on DVD, but I haven't watched it yet.
Pete?
There's two possible answers. Well, it's a sailboat or a schooner.
Yeah. And Andy?
No, I put Angel for some reason. I just couldn't remember.
Did Roy and Ellery know that one?
I didn't know that one.
I did. I've seen it a few times, but I didn't know the answer.
Fair enough. Right, that's the end of round 1. We'll just have a look through the comments, see what people have been saying. Jim went with Psycho, which I think Roy said as well, didn't he, for the first one?
Yeah.
And then, Jim correctly said Gone with the Wind. And obviously the quote is, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Jim has said Northbrook is the actual town that they filmed in, but Shermer is the name of the town in the films. And Jim went for Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman, and then realised that he forgot about Penny Marshall. He hasn't seen Destroyer, so he didn't know. Correctly guessed Richie Valens, as has Sai. Hello, Sai. I don't think you've commented yet. And Sai also said Sleepy Hollow and Detective, which is correct. And Jim's gone even further and said in Sleepy Hollow he's a detective in the original story he's a school teacher.
That's what I thought of books.
Yeah. Jim's incorrectly guessed Mark Strong for Sherlock Holmes. He was the villain in the first one. He played Lord Blackwood in the first one.
In the first one, he was sort of revealed right at the end, wasn't he, Moriarty?
Yeah, like literally right at the end. But I thought it's better to put the second one because he is obviously the main villain in the second one. And it is, of course, Jared Harris.
Harris, yeah.
And Jim's kicking himself because he said he should know this, but to be honest, my THC vape pen is really kicking him right now, and I'm having a brain fart. And then he's gonna say,
"He's just stopped smoking, Jim."
Yeah, you said, didn't you? Yeah. When am I going to see the goddamn sailboat? Yeah. So yeah, caught up with the comments. What we'll do is we'll do round 2 and round 3, and then I'll go through my movie news roundup, and then we'll do the last 2 rounds after that and comments. So round number 2, I've mixed it up a bit this week, so I've split it in half. The first 5 questions are, as usual, like star pairings, so 2 different stars or a star and a director, and you've got to basically give me all of the films that they've collaborated on together, and you get a point for each one you get right. The second half, I'll give you an actor, and I want you to tell me their highest grossing film at the box office to date.
Okay.
So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 1 is Gina Rowlands and John Cassavetes, husband and wife. And I'll tell you how many possible answers there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Yeah. Give you another 15 seconds. Right, Jodie, what have you gone for?
I put opening night, Woman Under the Influence, Killing of a Chinese Bookie. Is there one called Faces or something like that?
That's 3. So Faces is 1, Woman Under the Influence, and Opening Night. So that's 3 points.
Okay.
Pete?
I put Killing of a Chinese Bookie and Gloria, but I wasn't sure if he directed Gloria.
Gloria's correct, but I haven't got Killing of a Chinese Bookie as one that he did direct, or they both were in together. Andy?
I didn't have a clue.
No? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Roy, did you get any of those?
No, I didn't.
No? Ellery, if you're there, did you get any of those?
He's off to get another can.
Oh, he's gone to get another can, yeah. So yeah, the correct answers were Faces, and then they did one called Minnie and Moskowitz, and then A Woman Under the Influence, Opening Night, Gloria, and Love Streams, which was their final collaboration together. Next up, funnily enough, another husband and wife actor and director. Well, half director. You'll know what I mean when I say it. And that is the Coen brothers and Francis McDormand.
Yeah.
And they've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow. Okay.
And one of them I watched recently and thoroughly enjoyed it for the first time.
Oh, you did, yeah. I remember you saying now.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that many.
No, me neither.
I'll be back in a second.
Shit. McDonald. I should know more of these, and I'm struggling.
It's an annoying round, this one, isn't it?
I know.
You know what he says.
Come on.
Right, Jodie, are you ready?
No.
What have you got?
Oh, I just put Fargo, Hail Caesar, and The Men Who Stare at Goats, but I have no idea.
That's 2 for Fargo and Hail Caesar.
Okay.
But I don't think the Coen brothers did The Men Who Stare at Goats, and I don't think she's in it either.
I don't know where that came from, but there you go.
It does feel. I will give you. It does feel like a Coen brothers film, that one, but it's not. But yeah. Pete.
I've got Fargo, Barton Fink, Hudsucker Proxy, Blood Simple, The Lady Killers, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Couldn't think of any more Coen brothers movies.
That's 2 for Bloods. Did you say Barton Fink?
Barton Fink, Hudsucker Proxy, Blood Simple, Lady Killers, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That's 3, yeah, for Blood Simple, Barton Fink, and Fargo. And Andy?
I'm annoyed I forgot Fargo, but I went for The Man Who Wasn't There.
Yep.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Intolerable Cruelty, Hail Caesar, Blood Simple,
Yep.
Burn After Reading, and
Yep.
Raising Arizona.
Burn After
Yep.
Reading.
That's 5 points there. So, Roy and Ellery, do you want to do? I think there was. Oh, there's only one that was missing. Do you know the one that was missing, which is their most recent collaboration?
No.
I don't know really. I had Burn After Reading. I thought I know that one. I think I had about 5, but no, I don't know.
So the answers are Blood Simple. This is in release order. Blood Simple, Raising Arizona, Barton Fink, Fargo, The Man Who Wasn't There, Burn After Reading, Hail Caesar, and the one that nobody got was The Tragedy of Macbeth.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Which was just technically just directed by Joel Cohen.
It was an Apple, wasn't it? Apple one.
Yeah, Denzel
Washington. Isn't it? Yeah.
People say it's apparently the best Macbeth adaptation, but I've not actually seen it. Yeah. So yeah. Question number 3: Leonardo DiCaprio and Julia Roberts.
How many is there?
Oh, I can't give that to you on this one.
Okay.
1.
Yeah, probably 1.
What?
I can't think of them being in a film together.
No, I can't think.
No.
Give your. I'll say, I'm only going to say this once. Give your answer very carefully on this one.
I think I've got it.
Okay. Jodie, do you have an answer?
I just put celebrity because I haven't seen it, so I don't know if Julia Roberts is in that.
Nope. Pete?
That's the exact same film I put.
Oh.
Andy?
I went with it's not right, but I went with What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I had to throw it in there. That was actually a trick question. They've not starred in any films together. I was hoping someone would.
That's what
I was
literally what I
was hoping someone was going to say none, so I could give the point to whoever said none. But everybody gave a guess, so yeah, James got it.
We were too
I had
afraid.
I had to throw a trick question in there. Question number 4. David Cronenberg. What was that, Roy?
Jodie just shaking her head.
If you'd have just, because you literally put that down at the last minute, so if you'd have just gone with none, you'd have got a point for doing nothing.
That's so annoying.
Question number 4. David Cronenberg and Viggo Mortensen. That's why I couldn't give you how many they were in, because otherwise I would have given you the answer. So they've been in 4 films, or they've done 4 films together, should I say.
I've got 3. I can't think of the last one.
Jodie, have you got all of your answers?
Yeah, I just put History of Violence and Eastern Promises.
Yep, that's 2 points. Pete?
History of Violence, Eastern Promises, Crimes of the Future, and Maps of the Stars?
No, that's not correct, that one. Because he wasn't in that one. But Andy?
Yeah, Crimes of the Future, History of Violence, Eastern Promises. I can't remember the name of the last one, but I know it's got Keira Knightley in it.
It has, yeah.
Yes, Dangerous Methods.
There you go, Ellery.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer. Yeah. So
I
3
forgot about that film.
It wasn't until you said that though that I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 5. This one, Roy, because you like your old stuff. See if you can get some of these. It's Howard Hawks and Cary Grant. And they've done, I shall say how many they've done. They've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can only think of a handful of Cary Grant movies, but they were all directed by other people. That's going way back. That's like 1930s Cary Grant.
Well, there's 2 huge Cary Grant films in the 30s, and they're both ones I'm looking for.
No, I have to pass on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Andy?
I don't know if these are right, but I went for His Girl Friday and Bringing Up Baby.
That's 2 points. That's the 2 big ones I was looking for. Yeah.
They would get them. Wow.
Roy, got any ideas of any of the others?
They were the 2 I had. His Girl Friday and Bringing Up Baby.
Yeah.
Bringing
They
Up
were
Baby.
the 40s.
Film, so funny.
Yeah. Ellery, know any?
No, I don't think so. No.
So yeah, it was Bringing Up Baby, His Girl Friday, and the other ones were Only Angels Have Wings, I Was a Male War Bride, and Monkey Business.
Oh God, that's a funny film.
Swapping it now. Now I want you to name me the film that this actor has listed as their highest grossing film as per the box office. And the first actor I want you to guess for is Samuel L. Jackson.
Highest grossing film. Is it him as a star?
No.
Okay.
Jim's got it. I mean, in a way, this when I tell you, you probably, if you don't get it, you'll probably be kicking yourself because of what the film is, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, how could it not be that?" Jodie, you got an answer?
I just put Phantom Menace.
No.
No.
Pete?
Is he in that?
Jurassic Park.
No, not that either. Andy?
I went with Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, you're so close. You got the wrong Avengers. It's
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame, which is, I think, still the third highest grossing film ever.
Oh God,
so
yeah, it's Endgame.
Yeah. Next up, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
His highest gross.
I think in hindsight, it's quite an obvious one because I would say it's probably his biggest film, and both James and Jim have got it already.
You should get Jim on the quiz one week.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if the questions are as hard as this one, I think he'd be challenged because he said that he's found this one quite hard. Jodie, you got an answer?
Yeah, I had one. I crossed it out, but I put True Lies.
Nope, not that one. Pete?
Terminator 2.
Yep, it is Terminator 2.
Yeah,
Andy?
I was close with Jodie. I almost put True Lies, but then I realized True Lies didn't actually make that much money. It was a hit, but it wasn't a massive hit. Terminator 2 was huge.
Yeah. Andy?
Yeah, I put Terminator 2.
Yeah. Next one is Robert Redford. Jodie, have you got an answer for that one?
Yeah, I just put Civil War. Just can't think of any of his other one, like him in a starring role that were bigger. But no,
not that one. Pete?
Winter Soldier.
Oh, Winter Soldier.
Nope, not that either. Nope. Andy?
An Endgame again, isn't it?
Hopefully not going to make this mistake again, but it is Endgame.
It is indeed Endgame, yeah.
Yeah.
Another trick question.
Yeah, it's his last film as well, last credited film.
These quizzes are going downhill.
You would say that, Roy, wouldn't you? Although you've kind of been middling. You did really well on one of them and then dropped drastically. I don't know what happened. Next one, number 9, is Denzel Washington.
At least it's not Marvel this time, is it?
Yeah. there is that.
Um,
Basically, if there's any actor that's been in a Marvel film, your best bet is to go for the Marvel film they've
Yeah.
been in.
Are these
Or just-
adjusted for inflation?
No, I don't think so. No, because I think if you guessed Endgame for any actor, that'd be a good guess. Because I think most actors that are working now were in Endgame. So Jodie, have you got an answer for that?
Training Day.
No, Pete,
I went with the most recent Gladiator 2.
which is correct. It is Gladiator 2. Andy?
Yeah, I went with Gladiator 2 as well.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Would you have said that, Roy and Ellery? Would you have guessed that?
No, I wouldn't. It actually surprised. Yeah, it's surprising. I'd have gone with Equalizer. I think Equalizer 3
Yeah.
probably.
That's what I was thinking. One of the Equalizer films.
Yeah. Fair enough. And the last one is good old Bruce.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Generation Game.
I just thought if I said Bruce, you knew what I was talking about. But yeah, I probably should have said Bruce Willis.
Is this box office take or overall take?
I think it's overall of his career, the highest box office
So how much
for
it
a
made
movie.
at cinemas?
Yeah. So no. So
Okay.
as of now, what is the highest grossing film of his career? I can see that Jim and Sai have both got it. Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
I was thinking the last Die Hard, but I just can't think of what it's called. Is it With a Vengeance? No.
No, the last one was A Good Day to Die Hard, but I don't think that made anything at all, because that was not only a bad film, but it was a January film. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh well, then I have no idea.
yeah. Pete?
So I went with Armageddon.
Nope, it's not Armageddon.
Really?
No, Andy?
Yeah, I went with that as well because it was the biggest film of the year it came out.
The correct answer is
The
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ellery. Yeah,
Right.
Sixth Sense.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I would not
Right.
say
That's shocking.
that. Yeah.
So I'll just say who's in the lead instead of counting points last. So far, Andy's in the lead. With I think you got 18 points so far. So well done, Andy, so far. Let's go back through the comments. Gone through quite a few. So Jim went A Woman Under the Influence, Gloria, and that's all I got. Sai had absolutely no idea. James is just glad that he's not doing this one.
Me too, James.
Burn After Reading, Fargo, Blood Simple, and I think Miller's Crossing. Mike said, same, I'm glad I'm not doing this one. Jim said, I just got back, so I missed a question. Dr. Zoidberg's here. Hello, Zoidberg. How's everyone on this fine day? Hello. Damn, I've seen all their movies. Raising Arizona, is that on Blu-ray? Yes, it is on Blu-ray. I think Sai meant Don't Look Up, but no, I think that was just DiCaprio in that one. Obviously, it was a trick question, wasn't it? I can honestly say I have no idea about the DiCaprio Julia Roberts question. Jim said, A History of Violence, Eastern Promises, Crimes of the Future, Different Method, or something along those lines. I forgot the name of the goddamn movie.
It was very forgettable.
I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but never. It's like more of a drama, isn't it? I think.
I could see the poster, I just couldn't see the title.
Yeah. Mike's only seen History of Violence, and Sai's gone for History of Violence, Eastern Promises, and Crimes of the Future. Northern Irish and Proud, just subscribe to your awesome channel. Thank you for subscribing. I will just put a little plug whilst we're doing the stream. I'm about 4 away from 300. So if anyone watching isn't subscribed and likes my videos, I'd really appreciate if you gave me a sub. Like I said, only 4 to 300, and yeah, it'd be amazing if I could get to 300.
Yeah, sure. With these questions, you're probably about 10 away now.
Yeah, no, they're all 50. Who likes The Matrix? The first one, yes.
Yeah.
I like
That's
all of them.
You like all of? Yeah, I don't mind Resurrections.
No, I've seen it twice.
Yeah, everybody hated it, and of the sequels, it's my favorite sequel. I think.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Reloaded and Revolutions work very well as one long film.
Yeah, because it is more. Yeah, I get what you mean.
And
with
also,
that, yeah.
Reloaded has that that freeway chase.
Oh yeah, that was good. That freeway chase. Yeah. Jim said, "I have no idea on the Cary Grant Howard Hawks connection either." Mike said, "Bringing up baby," and Jim has then gone to say, "This is a much more difficult quiz than the last time, Ollie. Maybe I won't come on to the show." You've got to come on. You've got some. You've definitely got some, right?
He'll be back on the fags, and that cigarette's over here, Jim. By the way.
I just know Cary Grant photos. Never seen him act. He's from my neck of the woods, from Bristol. Pulp Fiction. And Jim's correctly guessed. I think that was Samuel L. Jackson Endgame, and so did Sai. And James has realised that it was Endgame, or maybe Phantom Menace. Endgame is my favourite Avengers film. I actually agree with that. I know a lot of people preferred Infinity War, but I thought that the payoff in Endgame was really good, really satisfying. Not like just fan service, but it was a really good send off to a lot of the main characters from the previous films, and yeah, really enjoyed Endgame. And I'm told that basically after Doomsday and Secret Wars is basically going to be a complete reboot. So I don't think any of the current actors that have been in the MCU will be in the new films going forward, which I find hard to believe because isn't most of Hollywood in the MCU at the moment? T2, yeah. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, yeah. Zoidberg's gone for twins. Nope, wasn't twins. T2, yeah, then he said T2. It's the only movie where he should have got an Oscar.
Are we on about Arnie then?
What was that?
Was he on about Arnie?
Yeah, in Terminator 2.
I don't know whether Oscar, but
yeah, I was thinking. I'm not sure about an Oscar.
Yeah.
I know. With twins, he said that's he's made the most money out of, hasn't it himself?
Yes. Civil War, and then he got Training Day for Denzel. Someone's put Philadelphia. James has gone with Malcolm X. Zoidberg's then gone for Deja Vu. Jim's gone for The Pelican Brief. Size asked, was Gladiator 2 successful? Yeah, it was really successful, I think. I think it did really well. Obviously well enough to be Denzel Washington's highest grossing film.
Is it worth watching?
It's good. Don't have your expectations really high. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still a good film. It's still a really good film, but it's just not on the level of the first one. But it is worth watching. I say, if you like the first one, I still think it's worth watching.
I should get around to it. I think
there's too much CGI in it. That's the problem.
Yeah, I didn't like the baboons. That was the CGI that put me off. I didn't like the baboons, but other than that, nothing really bothered me. I did love the end bit with what happens to Denzel's character. That was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome.
Gladiator 2 had a budget of 310 million and
That's a lot, isn't it?
and made 462 million. So it wasn't much of
So
a
it
hit.
wasn't
It
really.
just
No.
made its budget back and a little bit more. But then most of Denzel's movies are usually a lot lower
Small.
budgeted.
I think he's actually said it's like the biggest film he's ever been a part of, production-wise. So that's probably why, to be honest.
But then I usually see Ridley Scott's films never really break the billion, do they?
I'd imagine his probably biggest film probably would be the first Gladiator, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would have thought.
The Martian is his highest grossing.
One of my favourites, actually, The Martian.
630 million.
Yeah, really like The Martian.
Yeah, it's good, actually.
Zoidberg's gone Die Hard. James went for Die Hard 3. And then Jim said The Sixth Sense, so did Cy. Zoidberg's also guessed The Fifth Element. I think he's just guessing any film.
And why not?
Why not? That's the point of the game. James says, wow, wouldn't have thought that. Cy said it was a massive movie. Yeah, it was indeed. And Zoidberg said, I like Die Hard, should give it a rewatch. Tom Holland should be in all the Avengers movies. He's still Spider-Man and survived Thanos. I don't know. Overall, I'm not a massive Tom Holland fan. I think he's good as Spider-Man, but outside of Spider-Man, I've not really seen anything that he's done that's like wow me. I mean, The Impossible, which I think Roy, you like that one, don't you? But I think outside of that, I don't think he's really done anything that's wowed me. A lot of the stuff he's done's kind of flopped, like Uncharted, Cherry.
He's good in Uncharted. It's just not
an
Uncharted game. It's
exact. That's what put me off. Yeah, and that Devil All the Time I didn't get on with either. That Netflix one, I didn't enjoy that one. Yeah, he's not. I think he's, like I said, I think he's good as Spider-Man, but I think that's probably the best thing for me that I've seen him in. Aidan Zoidberg put, he is the best Spider-Man in my opinion. I'd probably go for Tobey Maguire, but yeah, he's a good Spider-Man, I think. What would you guys?
All three of them are very different, though.
They're different at doing different things. I think Tobey Maguire is a good
different
Spider-Man.
versions of Peter Parker.
Yeah, and I think Andrew Garfield was the best at being Peter Parker as opposed to like Spider-Man. And then I think dog's off. But yeah, I think like you said, they're all good, but everyone's got their favourites, haven't they? At the end of the day.
Mine's Toby.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, Toby. I do like Andrew Garfield, though.
Yeah. Right, we'll start round number 3 now, which is obviously name that film. So I give you the year, the cast. You just got to tell me what the film is. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Question number 1. The year is 2012, and the cast is Paul Dano, Zoe Kazan, and Annette Bening. I would say if anyone I'd expected to see this, it'd probably be Jodie.
Oh no, don't say that.
It's just the type of film I would have thought you would have seen, but you might not have.
2012, Paul Dano, Zoe Kazan, and Annette Bening.
Probably the film they met on because they're married, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they?
There is a
Yeah,
film
yeah.
that I'm thinking of, but the name is not coming to me.
It's probably that film because I don't think they've been in many films together.
I can literally think of 3 Paul Dano films. No, 4.
Oh God.
That's a big pass.
Jodie, got an answer for that one?
Oh, I can nearly see the poster in my head, but I can't think of the name. Pass.
And Pete, you said pass as well.
Yeah, pass on that.
Andy?
It's probably not right, but I had a guess at Looper because I know Paul Dano was in it, and I know it came out at this sort of similar time.
No, the correct answer is Ruby Sparks.
Yes.
I thought. Have you seen that one, Jodie?
No, but I'm aware of it. But
Yeah, I thought it'd be your type of film.
I'll have to check it out now.
Yes, good film. Number 2, the year is 2018. The cast is Bruce Willis, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Elizabeth Shue. Are they harder this time?
God.
Terrible.
I think I know this one.
Jodie, got any idea?
No, Ollie, pass.
Pete?
I think it was a straight to DVD one. Once Upon a Time in Miami.
No, it went to cinemas.
It's the Edward Norton movie.
No, it's not that either. It did go to cinemas though. Andy, do you know?
No, pass from me.
The correct answer is the remake of Death Wish.
Oh, that film was shit. That's an Eli Roth remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that film was bad.
I quite liked it, but then again, I've not seen the original, so I've got nothing to compare it against.
Watch the original.
Yeah, I think I have to get it. I swear I saw someone get that. Oh, it was Sam, wasn't it? Sam got the first one recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to watch that one, yeah. Question number 3. The year is 2011. The cast is Liam Neeson, Diane Kruger, and Aidan Quinn.
I know that one.
Yeah,
Good film. It kind of kicks. It was after, obviously, Taken, and it started his collaboration with this director. And in my opinion, they did 3 films that I really liked. One in 2011, one in 2014, and one in 2018. Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
No, I haven't got a clue.
Pete?
Unknown.
Yep, it is unknown.
Oh, yes.
Andy?
Unknown.
Yep. Yeah, they also obviously collaborated. Is it Jean Colette Serra, I think you pronounce his name?
Yeah,
was it non-stop on the plane, and then the commuter on the train.
Yeah.
I like all 3 of those films. I thought were really good. I mean, they're not like genre-breaking best films of the year, but they're just films that are a lot of fun, I think.
I call it Liam Neeson on the phone movies.
Yeah. Question number 4. Apologies, because this one's quite hard. The year is 1988. The cast, in considering the cast is quite big, the cast is Michael Caine, Ben Kingsley, and Jeffrey Jones. Say the next one Roy's going to get. No questions. Roy will get the next one that I ask.
I hate it when I'm doing the quizzes and you say that.
But you will. I know you'll get this next one.
There's no pressure, right?
Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
No. Nothing.
Pete?
The only one I could think of around about that time was probably something like Noises Off. But that might be a bit later. It might be early 90s.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. Andy?
No, it's not right, but I went with Blame It on Rio.
No, the correct answer, which Si has got, so I'll put up on the screen, is Without a clue.
Oh,
It's
the
the
Sherlock
Sherlock Holmes
one.
films.
Yeah.
Question number 5. The year is 1950. The cast is Jimmy Stewart, Josephine Hull, and Peggy Dow. Probably might be my favourite Jimmy Stewart film. Maybe either that or It's a Wonderful Life. I'm gonna ask Roy. Don't tell me, Roy, but do you know what it is?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Jimmy
we'll see.
Stewart.
Huh?
Who are the other two?
Josephine Hull and Peggy Dow.
Are you reaching with the actresses there?
Well, they were the second and third billed after Jimmy Stewart. It's quite a big film of his. Might have even been Oscar, but he might have even won an Oscar. I don't know. Jodie, do you know?
Is it Mistress Michaels to Washington?
Nope.
No.
Pete,
Earlier.
if you're there. Or we
No
can
idea.
No.
Pass.
Andy?
I'll put the Philadelphia Story.
No. Roy, do you want to give a guess?
Is it Harvey?
It is Harvey. Yeah.
Wow.
It is,
The
correct.
rabbit.
Oh no.
Question number 6. The year is 2014. The cast is Hugh Grant, Marissa Tomei, and J.K. Simmons.
Oh, I know this one.
Good. It's another one. It's what I would. I know Roy don't call them it, but it's a guilty pleasure for me.
I know what film this is. I can't remember the fucking title of it though.
Me either.
I think I've got it.
Oh. What is this film called?
Jodie, you got an answer?
Oh, it's the one where he's the screenwriter and she's in the class.
Yeah.
I just can't fucking think of the name. Oh no.
I literally wrote down he's a screenwriter.
Oh no.
Andy, you got it?
I had to dig deep for this one, but is it the rewrite?
That's
It is
it.
the rewrite. Yeah. Good film. Not for
Oh,
Roy,
dear.
though. I think Roy would probably have to miss that one.
You never know.
It's sentimental. It's like I said to you, I'm gonna have to put like a radar 1 to 10 how sentimental the film is now. So you've got like a trigger warning going into it.
It can't be as bad as closing the bloody ring.
I know. I did laugh when you were talking about that in your video.
I'm sure James is your dad.
Question number 7. The year is 1998. The cast is Sean Connery, Gillian Anderson, and Gina Rowlands.
What? Sorry, what was the year, Ollie, again?
1998.
98. Sean Connery. Gillian Anderson.
Judy, you got an answer?
No. I'm doing so bad in this round.
I think everybody's struggling equally on this one. Pete?
All I could think of was Entrapment, but that's Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah. Andy?
I put Just Cause.
No, none of them. I'll ask, but I don't know if you'll get it. Roy or Ellery, any idea?
First Night?
No.
No.
No. It's a film called Playing by Heart. Got a very big cast. Got Angelina Jolie in it.
Oh, no.
Ryan Phillippe. He's really good in it. Plays a character that has AIDS. Really good performance from him in that. There's quite a few other people in it. I can't think, but it's a massive ensemble cast. But obviously a film that nobody's ever heard of. But
I've seen
I
it.
got it. You've seen it?
It's a deep cut. Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
deep cut. So much so I couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I had to go for harder ones. This one I couldn't just go for the easy ones.
You could have really if you wanted.
I could have, yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 8. The year is 2019. The cast is Sasha Luss, Luke Evans, and Helen Mirren. I'll give a clue. It was kind of the end of a famous director's career, because it was this film and the film before was considered quite bad. Didn't do well.
It's 2019, you said, Ollie, was it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Saw it at the cinema, actually. Jodie, you got an answer?
No.
Pete?
Is it called Anna?
It is called Anna. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh.
Andy?
No, with Dracula Untold.
Fair enough. Question number 9. The year is 2009. The cast is Luke Wilson, Giovanni Ribisi, and James Caan.
2009. James Caan, Giovanni Ribisi. Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
This is a complete guess.
I will say, because Jim said he thinks I'm coming up with movies that played on 10 screens. I will say these are all studio films. They are all big studio films. I think they're just ones that have been completely forgotten about or just went under the radar when they came out. Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
No, pass again, Ollie. Sorry.
Pete?
So there was two. There was either The Wedding Crashers or the one that I wrote was a film called Middlemen.
Which is the correct answer, yeah. Andy?
That was not a big studio movie. That was straight to DVD.
It's Paramount. No, it's Paramount.
They distributed it. They didn't make it.
Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, it was Paramount.
Upper Contraband.
Fair enough. And the final question number 10. The year is 1970. I think that's a 9. I'm going to say that's a 9. I can't read my writing. I'm sure that's a 9. The cast is Maximilian Schell, Robert Forster, and Anthony Perkins.
Oh God, that film's shit.
Stuart watched it the other day. He actually said he liked it. I think Jodie mentioned it as well. It was a film.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it, Roy?
No.
I think there was a discussion going on about it in the group.
Yeah.
Just read. What's the cast again, Ollie?
Maximilian Schell, Robert Forster, and Anthony Perkins.
Oh.
Got an answer for that one, Jodie?
No.
Pete?
So the only film that I can think of that had Maximilian Schell and Anthony Perkins in at the same time was Black Hole.
Yeah, which is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And Andy, what did you put?
No, hard pass.
Huh? Roy, did you know that one when I mentioned it?
Yeah. It hasn't aged well, that film.
And it had a higher budget than Star Wars.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So at the end of that round, Andy's still in the lead with 20 points. And then behind is Pete with 17 and Jody with 13. So still could be anyone's game at this point. But I'm going to just plug myself in and then we'll have a break and go on to my movie news roundup of the week.
That
So
was
a lot of the stuff.
round. That was so hard.
Yeah, sorry, I know those, like you said, they were quite deep cuts, but I didn't want to
really
I wanted to make them harder because it is like a winner's quiz. I wanted to make them as hard as I could possibly. So I was literally looking in my Blu-ray collection at like films that like I'd only just heard of because I've watched them. So yeah, that's why it was so hard. But
Good challenge.
yeah. So yeah, starting up the movie roundup. A lot of it's dates this week, films that have kind of been greenlit and given dates. So the first one is Practical Magic 2 was greenlit, given the go, and dated for September 2026.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 seconds.
Yeah. I haven't seen the original one, so I know it's like got kind of a cult following and it's got two of my favorite actresses in, so I really should get on to watching it. But have any of you guys seen the original, and have you got any thoughts on them doing a sequel after nearly 30 years? It might be 30 years at this point.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's got Sandra Bullock in it, so that's why I watched it. The first one. It was teenage years, I think. 30. Well, I don't know. I can't see it being any good, really. The new one. Has everyone signed back up for it?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I don't know about anyone else because I think what's her name from Roy's favorite film? What's her name?
Stockard Channing from Greece.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, she's in it, and Diane Wiest as well. Yeah,
Roy's favourite film. How did you know that, Andy?
Just guessed. But yeah, so you don't think it's going to age well, Ellery? Anyone else got any thoughts on it?
I only kind of really recently picked it up, so I actually haven't seen it. But they're remaking a lot of those kind of 90s kind of magical kind of movies, like The Craft and everything came back, and I don't know. I definitely will want to check out the original one, but I don't have much faith in kind of these kind of reboots. But we'll see.
I mean, it's got a good director behind it. Is it Susanna Bier, who did Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, and she did The Undoing with Nicole Kidman, which are two quite well received projects. So got a good director behind it, because I think the original one was directed by Griffin Dunn from An American Werewolf in London. So kind of not a big director, more an actor director. But I've not seen it, but I have heard a lot of people say it's not the best film, but it's like gained like quite a cult following, and because it's got two of my favorite actresses in, I've got to give it a go. I think the reason I haven't is because we've not got a Blu-ray release over, and I've just been hesitant because I know that there is a cheap-ish like import you can get. I think you can get an import of like The Witches of Eastwick on it as well, so be interested to get that because I've not seen that one either.
That's a really good one, actually.
Yeah, that's George Lucas, isn't it? I think
George Miller.
That's it, George Miller. Why did I say George Lucas? I was thinking Mad Max, and then I said George Lucas. Don't know why I did that. So yeah, Andy, what were your thoughts on that one?
Practical Magic. It was just an all right, forgettable film. I mean, it's not like a classic from the 90s or anything like that. It's watchable, but it doesn't leave an impact. Like, it's one of these movies you forget you've watched it in about 2 or 3 years later. It's just, it's a good cast though, but
Yeah.
It just doesn't leave that impact you wanted it to.
Yeah. What about you, Roy? I take it not your sort of film, especially if
No,
it's
I've
not
not.
got Stockard Channing in it.
I've not seen the first one, so I'll
Yeah,
probably see the second one, to be honest.
fair enough. Next one is Jay Kelly, which is Noah Baumbach's new film, has been dated for, surprise, it's Netflix, but they've given it a date for a theatrical release for November the 14th, and then go into Netflix on December the 5th. They released a first look image of George Clooney, who looks to be playing like a movie star. I think I've said in a previous stream, it's being described is in the vein of Jerry Maguire and the feel-good comedy films of that era. And it's got like, I think it's basically a double pairing of George Clooney and Adam Sandler. Yeah, but Roy, it's not going to be like a typical Adam Sandler. It's going to be like, although say that it's going to be, I'm just going to say it's going to pull at your heartstrings, but not Roy's. I don't think it'll pull at Roy's heartstrings.
You
But,
never know.
but you never know. You never know. It could surprise us all. But yeah. Any guys' thoughts on? I mean, it's only a little bit because I think I've mentioned the film itself before. Any thoughts on the date and the fact that it's going to cinemas? No,
It's not what I've rushed to see, I don't think.
nothing to add to that one, though.
Not really.
The next one is M. Night Shyamalan has set up his next project, which is called Remain. And they're doing it's basically being co-written by Nicholas Sparks, which I thought was a very interesting pairing, because they're kind of at two ends of the spectrum. One's like a thriller horror guy, and one's like a romance novelist. They're doing like a tie-in book, which is being released in this October, and the film was being dated for next September, and is being described as like a romantic thriller. And it's got Jake Gyllenhaal and Phoebe Dynevor in it. Any thoughts on that one, guys?
I could be up for that one. That sounds.
Yeah.
I don't mind Shyamalan. So yeah, like Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I'd watch that. I think.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think that sounds quite interesting. I think
I'll give it a go.
M. Night, Shyamalan, whatever. I can never pronounce his name. He's very hit and miss, isn't he? Because I thought his last film was really good up to a point, and then it went a bit awry. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal, so yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I think they're shooting it in a special format as well. I want to say it's like an old school format. He said he's shooting it in like Panavision or VistaVision, something like that, which I thought was really weird because you just don't hear of films being shot like that anymore.
Kind of like that though. That sounds interesting. If it's going to be have a bit more of an old school vibe to it.
Yeah, could be good. Yeah. The next thing, Chad Stahelski, obviously director of the John Wick films, has set the Highlander remake as his next project with Henry Cavill in the lead, and that is going to start filming in September. I'm assuming for probably a 2027 release. First of all, everyone's thoughts on the original, if you've seen it, and what you think of them doing a remake 40 years on.
I love the original Highlander. I think it's a great film, and not necessary to remake it, in my opinion.
Why? Exactly. That was my thoughts on it. Why? We don't need one. It's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah. Andy?
Same as Roy and Ellery. There's no need to touch it. It can't really be improved, that film, I don't think. It's of its time. It does what it does. The Queen soundtrack is amazing.
Oh, it is, yeah.
It's a great story. Clancy Brown as the Kurgan's great in it. It's Sean Connery, great. Yeah, the cast is amazing. It's just a really good 80s movie. Yeah.
Jodie, have you seen the original?
No, I've never seen it. Actually, I do have the DVD because I got it was just like in a job lot of DVDs that I got. So I do have it. So I need to get on it.
Yeah, I saw the original for the first time last year and really liked it. and I already at that point knew they were trying to like remake it. And yeah, I just don't see the need in remaking all these films that came out in a time where they were different, and like I don't think you could make that any better nowadays. Yeah, I mean Henry Cavill, if they're going to choose a lead for that sort of film, he's a good choice, because not only does he like fit that character, he's like a big nerd, so he'd probably be very respectful in the way he approaches it. Same with like Chad Stahelski doing it. He's the same sort of like, the impression I've got from interviews and stuff he said, he's very nerdy and he loves that sort of stuff. So I think if they are going to do it, I think they've got a good team. It's just I don't see why it's necessary to do it, like why they can't just do something original. Yeah,
That's
sort of agree.
question.
Yeah.
The actor that's in that is Christopher Lambert. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sean Connery.
What else is he in?
I don't think I've seen him in anything.
The only other thing I really know him from is the Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
From '95.
There's a film called Subway he's in that's not too bad.
Subway, yeah.
What was that film where he's in like a prison?
Fortress.
Oh yeah,
Fortress. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
He did a film called The Hunted as well, which was set on a bullet train in Japan.
Okay.
What else has he done? Fortress 2. He's been in quite a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff in the later 90s and early 2000s was like straight to DVD stuff. Like he did a movie called Adrenaline Fear the Rush with Natasha Henstridge, which is awful. It was directed by Albert Pune for like 40 quid, I think it cost to make that movie. It just wasn't very good.
Is he French Canadian?
No, he's French.
Is he French? So would it be more Christophe Lambert?
Christophe Lambert.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in the Highlander sequels as well, which aren't worth your time.
Okay.
I don't know. The Renegade cut of Highlander 2 is not too bad. Still not great, but it's watchable compared to the
theatrical. The director walk out of the premiere because he just
yes, because it was cut.
How bad it was. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to say bye, everybody, but thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Ellery. We'll have you on again on another stream.
Yes.
See you later, Ellery.
Yeah, thanks, Ellery. Bye, Ellery.
Good luck with the rest of the quiz.
Thanks, Ellery. Bye.
Take care.
3 more to go, and then we'll get back onto the quiz. Mikey Madison has set her post-Oscar win film, which is a film called Replica, which is a sci-fi drama co-starring, is it Kristen Dunst? Yeah, it's Kristen Dunst, isn't it? What's your thoughts on like a sci-fi drama for Mikey Madison's follow-up to Anora? I mean, I suppose it would technically only be to people that have seen Anora that would have any thoughts on that, but anyone got any thoughts on that one?
I've not seen Anora, so...
Me either. I haven't seen it
I
yet.
didn't rate it at all.
Anora?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, don't tell. You're saying that to the wrong person. It's my favourite film of last year.
It was late night Channel 5 90s porn, but with arty farty camera work. That's literally all it was. Yeah, it got nominated and won a shit ton
You're
of Oscars.
talking me into it, yeah?
Roy likes what he's hearing.
It's like there's not a single film that Sean, what's his name, has made that I have gone, that's amazing. They're all like Tangerine was cleverly made on an iPhone, but other than that, there was nothing to it. I've not seen the Florida Project, and I saw half of, was it Red Rocket?
Yeah.
And I just did not get on with it. And Anora, I've seen that movie like 4 million times, but it apparently is the greatest thing in the world.
Andy, thoughts on that?
I mean, I like Mikey Madison as an actress. I think she's pretty good, but Yeah, I mean, I did really enjoy Nora. I did really like it. I haven't liked all the Sean Baker's films. I really enjoyed the Florida Project. I couldn't stand Red Rocket. It just wasn't for me. I didn't like it. I just didn't like the subject matter in that film. Tangerine, I remember liking enough, but yeah, I don't know. I'd just be interested to see what she does next. Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't like The Substance either.
That's fair enough.
I love The Substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one that could cause discussion, maybe. Charlie Kaufman has had his new film shut down. They were filming in Poland, a film, I think it was called After the War. And it had like a huge cast. Like I think Andrew Garfield was in it. I can't remember who else, but quite a few people had gone to Poland to film it because that's where they had secured the financing to film it. And I think they were about halfway through filming, and it's just been shut down, and everyone's basically been told to go home. And it looks like that it's not going to get completed. Sounded interesting. Something to do with dreams and a bit like, I suppose, Eternal Sunshine, that sort of thing, but different. But yeah, I think it's his first film since I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which was a very mixed film. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Charlie Kaufman having a project in it getting shut down?
Have they given a reason why it got shut down?
I think from what I got, they didn't directly say. I think it was something to do with the producers, because the producers were from Poland. I think it was he basically very much struggled because of his recent failures. He struggled to get financing for it, and I think the producers basically pulled out. So that was basically the end of the film for him, because he couldn't get, that was his finance, and he couldn't obviously continue the film without them.
Well,
so that sounds like a scam.
Yeah.
Polish producers scamming Hollywood.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, it had some like big actors in it, and the story, I read it the other day, what it was going to be about. It did sound exactly like what you would expect from Charlie Kaufman, and I was really looking forward to it because, like I said, although I personally prefer when he writes and doesn't direct his stuff. I think he gets better results from that. Like obviously being John Malkovich, the adaptation, Eternal Sunshine. I think they're all his best films because he didn't direct them; he gave them to someone else to direct.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on him having his film shut down?
It happened, sadly.
Yeah, I suppose that's just the way Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's happened. It's happened many times before. It'll happen many times again. Like, what's the one with the Day the Clown Cried or something?
Yeah.
The Jerry Lewis film. They say that that's gonna finally get a release, but it was never finished. So how are they gonna release it? The same thing with the Orson Welles film that was never finished. That got released to Netflix.
Yeah.
Films will always get shut down, no matter. They cost money at the end of the day, and if the money's not there, the money's not there.
Yeah, there was that
what
one.
They should have done is shut down Rust completely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was surprised that even made it to like release.
Yeah,
I think it was more a case of being a sort of homage to the cinematographer than anything else. Because they didn't shut down The Crow when Brandon Lee died.
Yeah.
They finished it in his honor, so maybe that's why they finished Rust off. But it looks, cinematography wise, it looks good. But other than that, the film itself just looks like a cheap Western.
Yeah.
They did the same with that one. the island. Is it Pavel something that did Cold War? It was supposed to be Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara. Obviously, you know what Joaquin Phoenix is like. He had one last year. He pulled out of the Todd Haynes film, didn't he? Like 2 days before they were supposed to start shooting, and that just got shelved.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think this one was literally just before the strike. They were supposed to do it, and I think they did get an interim agreement, and they even went as far to like go out on this boat, scout. They built all the sets and stuff, and then it just collapsed again. I think something to do with the producers. But I think that's the risk with Hollywood. If you're going to get your film independently produced and financed, you've got to be careful where you go and who you choose.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Kevin Costner. He's struggling to get the rest of his Horizon films done. And they reckon he got a lot of the money from that from blooming Russia. So, yeah.
And I thought he financed it himself.
Well, I don't know. I've read stuff online that they say there's no way that he could have been able to finance that, like those many films. So obviously, he's supposed to be doing 4 without getting money from somewhere. And there's a lot of people that have inferred that he got it from like Russia and some shady places and like the Middle East, because I know they do a lot of like financing now. But I suppose you can never truly believe what you read because you never know what's true or what's not. But yeah, so that's that one. The last one I've written down, which is a bit one that's a bit cheesed me off a bit because I was just like, why? Madonna, on top of the film that she's supposed to be producing, directing, and writing herself about herself, she's now also hired Sean Levy to do a mini-series about herself, which she's also going to produce for Netflix. Does anybody care about a Madonna series about her life that is going to be directed by Sean Levy?
You know what? I think I'd watch that. I think she was quite an interesting woman. I think I would watch it. Especially she's been around the block a few times, hasn't she?
Yeah, I'd rather watch the limited series than the film she's directing about herself.
Yeah.
Because I think that's just
Bit self-indulgent.
and it can only go wrong. I mean, she's only directed one film before, and apparently that was dog shit. So,
has she cast anybody as herself?
Yeah, Julia Garner.
Oh, I like her.
They don't look anything like each other.
I know,
No,
but she said she's the only one that could play me. That's what I mean. She's just so.
It's going to be another Back to Black, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's great in Ozark, though. I like her.
Yeah, she's in the new Fantastic Four, and she was in she's in Wolfman. She was good in that. And she's in Weapons. That looks good.
Assistant. That's a good film.
I've not seen The Assistant. I've heard it's good though. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, she's pretty good. What I've seen, and she was in the prequel to Rosemary's Baby that came out last year.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
There was a prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, it had that. I'm sure was it Diane Wiest in that one, and
she was playing Castabella in it, I think, wasn't she?
Yeah, and it has what do you call it from Pirates of the Caribbean? What's his name? I should know because he's from Bristol. The bloke that played like his first mate. No, the bloke that played like his first mate, the older bloke.
Oh, you mean?
I can't think of his name though. But he's in it as well. He plays.
Kevin McNally?
That's it, Kevin McNally. Yeah, and he plays. Is it Roman?
Roman Castellet.
Yeah.
Apartment 7A.
Yeah. It went to Paramount.
Never even heard of that.
It went to Paramount, and then it got a DVD release, and that was it. That was back in October last year. Shot under the radar, did not being a Rosemary's Baby prequel, and then it came out. It leaked that it was a prequel. I think it got very mixed reviews though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kevin McNally did what was it he did that was a spot on? He played Captain Mannerin in the
He did,
Dad's
yeah.
Army Missing
Lost
episode.
episodes, yeah.
He was really good in that. He was also
Yeah.
the last person to see Jack Bauer alive
Yeah.
in 24. I'm intrigued by this now because I thought Rosemary's Baby is a great movie.
Yeah, I've not seen the prequel, so I can't comment on it. But Andy, have you seen that one?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not a patch on Rosemary's Baby, but it's an interesting premise.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I think we'll move on to. Hang on, I have to move. Hang on. I'll try and move because my phone's on charge. Round number 4, which is Tim's round. Is everybody ready for Tim's round?
Oh God.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. Question number 1. Bernard Rose directed Candyman. Name the 1988 British film he also directed.
1998.
1988.
88. Ah, thanks.
Are these going to be horror movies?
I think it's a bit of a mix. Some of it's foreign stuff, some of it's horror. Right. Yeah. Jodie, have you got an answer?
No, can't think of anything.
Pete?
Paper House.
Yep.
Oh, well done.
That
And
is a creepy
Andy?
movie.
No, for Pumpkinhead. Okay.
Question number 2, which actually isn't horror related, and I did know the answer to this one. What is the name of Ridley Scott's first feature-length film? Jodie, you got an answer for this one?
No.
Pete?
The Duelists.
Yep. And Andy?
The Duelists.
Yep. Question number 3. What is the name of the first film directed by Jennifer Lynch? Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
Pass.
Pete?
No, can't think of anything.
Boxing Helena.
Yep. And Andy?
Pass.
Question number 4. What name the 1990 film directed by Philip Ridley and starring Viggo Mortensen?
1990.
Yeah. Jodie?
Pass.
Pete?
I got the wrong film. I put American Yakuza, but that was 1993.
Andy?
I went with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
No. Roy, do you know the answer by any chance?
Oh, Tim's put some stinkers here, hasn't he?
I know. The correct answer is The Reflecting Skin.
Wouldn't have got
No.
No, I'd never heard of it.
Question number 5. What is the name of the 2004 film directed by Nicole Cassell and starring Kevin Bacon?
I think I know it. I can see the DVD box.
Yeah, I know that. I can picture the DVD cover. I was saying to Tim when he asked me if I knew the answer, I said, yeah, I could picture the DVD cover, but I couldn't get the name.
His wife's in it as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, no, I can't remember that. I can picture the box. It's so annoying. It was released by High Flyers in the UK.
Jodie, you got an answer?
Woodsman?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, I got 1 point.
Andy?
Yeah, The Woodsman.
Yeah.
I put the pedo movie.
It's a dark film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 6. Can you name the 2004 film directed by Todd Solondz?
Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah.
Jodie?
Palindromes?
Yep. Pete?
That's what I put. Palindromes.
Yep. And Andy?
Pass.
Question number 7, which I also got. What is the name of the Greek film from 2009 directed by Yorgos Lanthimos?
That film is fucked up.
I probably wouldn't ever watch it because he's not a director.
It's
That's
good.
why he
It's
knows that
really
I like-
good. It's messed up, but it is actually a pretty decent film.
Yeah, I didn't like Killing of a Sacred Deer. Didn't like Poor Things. Quite enjoyed The Favourite. And I thought The Lobster was all right. But yeah, I haven't seen obviously the film in question, or I didn't bother with his other one. Was it Kinds of Kindness? Never bothered with that.
No, me neither.
Jodie, have you got the answer for that one?
Dogtooth?
Yep. And Pete?
Dogtooth.
Yeah. And Andy?
Pass.
Yeah, the correct answer was Dogtooth. Question number 8. Session 9 was filmed on location in a real abandoned mental hospital. What was it called?
What, the abandoned hospital?
Yeah. Yeah.
Session
what I
9. What's it called? Session
What's it-
9?
That's
No
what I mean.
idea on that.
It's a hard. These questions Tim did. He must have thought about them for a
I
while.
have no idea.
They're pretty hardcore questions. Jodie, you got an answer for that one, or a guess?
Definitely not.
Pete?
No, I just put no idea.
Andy?
No.
Roy?
Rampton?
No, the correct answer is Danvers State Mental Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, which Tim said if you get that, he'd be shocked. But question number 9. Can you name the 2005 French language film directed by Michael Haneke and starring Juliette Binoche? One that I picked up recently.
Oh, I know.
The French title or the English title?
Both, if you want. Don't mind. I've got both written down.
Okay.
Have you watched it yet, Ollie?
No, not yet. Is it worth watching then? Definitely.
Cracking film.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I will try and get around to that soon.
Do you know the best thing I've watched today?
What was it?
Sam doing shots for the first time.
Oh, did he?
It's brilliant. Watch his video.
Oh, it's in his video. Oh, yeah, I've got to watch that then. No wonder he's been quiet the last few days.
I know he has. Still pissed up.
Jodie, you got an answer for that?
Cachet/hidden.
Yep. And Pete?
No, I put piano teacher, and then I realized the piano teacher was earlier than 2005. And I do know the film. It's got a black case. Yeah.
Yeah. Andy?
No, pass.
Yep. So point to Jodie for that one. The final question in the round is a nice easy one. Well, I think it is anyway. Who directed the 1997 film U-Turn?
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I thought it was nice and easy, that one. He's a big director, so... Well, he was. I wouldn't say he is now.
That film's got a cast in it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. Jodie, you got an answer for that one?
No, I haven't seen it, Ollie. Don't know what it is.
Pete?
Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Andy?
No, couldn't get it.
Right, so the results at the end of round 4 are as follows, and the people in the final will be announced now. In third place with 5, 10, 15, 17 points is Jodie. So well done, Jodie.
Thank you.
In second place with 22 points is Andy. And in first place with 23 points is Pete.
Ooh.
So well done, everyone, for that, because it was still pretty close, to be honest.
A lot of fun. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but it was fun.
The final final round then, the head-to-head. As usual, I'll tell you the question. First person to shout it out gets 10 points, and that's it. So is Andy and Pete, are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Question number 1. What film is the song Put On Your Sunday Clothes from?
Hello, Dolly.
Correct. 10 points to Andy.
Oh, wow.
That was just a guess.
Question number 2. Who directed the 2008 epic Australia?
Baz Luhrmann.
Yep. 10 points to Pete. Question number 3. Who directed and who starred? So I'll say as a possible. I'm going to give a possible 5 for each answer you get for these. Who directed and who starred in the musical The Wiz?
It was directed by Joel Schumacher, and it starred Michael Jackson.
5 points, because you got the start right because it was Michael Jackson in it. But still up for grabs the director if anyone gets the director correct.
Cindy Lumet.
Yep, that's 5 points to you, Andy.
Oh no! So I said Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher was, I think he was like the production designer on it.
Right.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
5 each.
Question number 4. How many? This is a guess, so closest to the answer gets the points. How many times is the F word used in the 2000 film Snatch?
193.
Andy, any guess?
250.
So the closest one was Pete with 193 because the correct answer is 153. So 10 points to Pete. Question number 5. What is the weather like in David Fincher's 1995 hit 7?
It's raining.
Raining. Yeah.
Yep, 10 points to Pete.
Damn.
Not for the whole film. It was quite nice when he had the heck of the box.
What's in the box?
It's in the box.
Question number 6. What was the first horror movie to win an Oscar?
Silence of the Lambs.
Correct, 10 points to Andy.
Not a horror movie.
Question number 7. This is a hard one. What is the number on the roof of the bus in Speed?
62.
Nope.
97.
I mean, I'm gonna give the closest answer because you've both guessed. The closest answer, even though it's not close by any means, but it is closer than the other, is Andy's with, did you say 92?
97.
97. Correct answer is 2525. So it's still the closest, so I'll give 10 points to Andy for that one. Question number 8. How many meters was the Death Star's thermal exhaust port?
300.
Nope.
Say the question again. How many meters was the
Death Star's thermal exhaust port?
$5 meters?
Andy, any other guesses?
I'll just say 2,000 because Death Star's pretty big.
Well, the closest is Pete with 5 because the correct answer is 2.
Okay.
10 points to Pete. 1, 2, 3, 10. Question number 9. Who is the youngest Oscar winner of all time?
Anna Paquin.
What's her name? Ryan O'Neill's daughter, Tatum O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yep. 10 points to Pete. And the final question, question number 10. Who has been nominated for the most acting Oscars without winning?
Peter O'Toole.
Yep, I'll give you that one because it is him and also Glenn Close.
You know, he's been nominated 8 times and he's never won once.
I think they ended up giving him an honorary, didn't they?
So very close, but I think the winner just was. Oh, sorry about that. My dog's making a weird noise. The winner just is not Andy, Pete. Sorry. I think it was literally a few points between you both, so very
really
close round. That was really close. So yeah, good game to both of you on that one. So yeah, well done, Pete,
done.
for winning
Good.
the winners quiz. It was a hard one, to be honest. So it literally could have been anyone's game.
Oh, I
Okay.
screwed it in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, you made a big comeback though.
Round 4 was the easiest round for me.
Yeah, maybe Tim did it with you in mind.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go through some comments and then we'll probably call it a day there. Where did we even leave off? Let's go from there. Marty said, very average Death Wish remake. And so I went, unknown. Zoidberg said, Dark Man. Jim didn't have an answer for that one. Dog's trying to chew my book. Without a clue. Zoidberg said, Zulu. Cider House Rules, great film, Michael Caine. You guys all seen that one?
Yeah.
No, I've not seen that.
Oh, great film that is. Although, yeah, I suppose it is quite sentimental, but who knows? You might like it because it's Michael Caine and the time is set. It's like a period piece.
I
It's
think
quite
that was
good.
Michael Caine's first and only Oscar.
Second after Hannah and her sisters.
Yeah.
Without clue, yeah, that was correct. Mike's just guessed Zulu. Bit early that was for 88. Jim guessed Harvey for the Jimmy Stewart one. James went with Liberty Valance. Zoidberg went with Vertigo. Mike Barrett said it's not a Western. Jim couldn't believe he got it right.
And me.
Yeah. Zoidberg said 4 Weddings. I think this is the Hugh Grant one. Jim said I don't know this one. 9 Months, good guess.
9 Months is great.
Yeah, really like 9 Months. Well, it's Chris Columbus and Robin Williams' role in that was hilarious. Playing the Doctor, and he had no idea what he was doing. I never heard of the rewrite, but I hate rom-coms. Oh, you wouldn't like that one then, Jim. Size Skull and the Avengers. Oh, I think he means the Ray Fiennes one with Sean Connery, because that did also come out in '98, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Uma Thurman, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Gillian Anderson. Yeah, I think that stumped people, that one. To have an answer. Then the next one, someone guessed Hannah. Well, you were close because it was Anna. James says it's too hard. And yeah, Jim said, do you think he's coming up with films that played on 10 screens? Sai says, I think that it's the only film Sasha Luss made. Yeah, I can't say I've seen her in anything other than that. Yeah, don't know. God damn, what's with all these 2000s and up movies? I think that just shows my age and what's because I generally, when I do that round, I'm generally looking at my collection for ideas of films to use. I mean, a few of those I chucked in were films that I didn't have, and like Without a Clue and The Black Hole that I just thought were quite obscure. But yeah, a lot of them are just newer ones that I don't think anyone had heard of. Zoidberg said the only James Caan movie I know is Godfather. What about Elf?
What about Thief?
Thief, yeah.
What about Eraser?
Yeah,
Bulletproof with Adam Sandler.
I know. He's been in so many films. Pocket Rocket. Jim had no idea on that one. Never heard of that one either. And then Jim correctly guessed The Black Hole. Zoidberg guessed Psycho. Sai guessed The Black Hole. Jim said it was the first PG-rated Disney film I saw theatrically with my parents. Jim's got some cracking memories with films, doesn't he? He comes up with some cracking stuff.
I love his driving tales.
Yeah. Wasn't it one of the first films to use CGI? I think, and then he's gone.
Black Hole.
Yeah, and then he said Tron was one of the first films to use CGI. The Black Hole, it was a mix of hand-drawn animation and practical effects.
The first film to use CGI was Westworld.
Yeah, that was 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jim said, I really want to see The Long Walk, which is coming out in September.
Yes.
The trailer looks great, and I've been a fan of that book since I read it in the 80s as a teenager. Yeah, I've got the book, but I've not read it yet, but the trailer looks really good. Different. Always like seeing a new Stephen King adaptation out there. You guys watched the trailer for that one yet?
Yeah, Mark
No.
Hamill and Stephen King.
Yeah, they got 2 films coming out together, aren't they, this year? Because Life of Chuck as well, that's Mark Hamill
Yeah.
and Stephen King.
Yeah, I have a fairly sizable Stephen King movie collection.
Reunited from Sleepwalkers.
That film's weird.
It is weird, yeah.
I've never even heard of that one.
It's
It's
bizarre.
like weird shape-shifting cat people. It's an odd,
right.
odd movie.
Yeah, it sounds odd. Might be up Roy Street, though, because he likes cat people films.
The 1942 one was brilliant.
Yeah. Jim said, be right back. And he said, I'm back. Was I missed? I don't know, Jim, because we were probably halfway through the round when you went.
I think
So
that was a note.
if we were reading the comments and we'd noticed that you were gone, then the answer would be yes. But that was very quick from me reading "Be right back" to you being back. So, upcoming films I'm really interested in are Weapons and Together. They look like they're worth a watch. Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of them. Both look good. Have you guys seen the trailers for those two?
Yes. Weapons I'm
Yeah.
intrigued by because it's directed by the same guy who did Barbarian, and Barbarian was one of the best horror films of 2022, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Together just looks weird.
Messed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy stuff about that film. Like
Alison
about
Brie
an
and Dave Franco,
woman
they
in the
made
bed.
some good movies together in the past.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, they're
Was
husband
it
and wife,
The
aren't they? So
Invitation?
they were in The Rental, weren't they?
Yeah, The Rental, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's got a bit of body horror in it.
Yeah, there's the eye thing in that trailer.
Mm.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah. Weapons looks like a mind trip. Yeah.
Horror movie kids are the creepiest kind of villain.
Yeah, it's just the way they're running with their arms.
Yeah.
Like, it's so creepy. And then they're in the classroom and they're just, that one kid just wakes up and he's got red eyes.
That's making me think whether or not it's going to be some sort of Village of the
Possession.
Damned-esque
Yeah.
sort of thing, or is it going to be like The Children where they're weird zombie kids? I don't know.
Yeah, weird. Zoidberg said Highlander remake. Why? Because
Money.
Hollywood likes making lots of money and they think that it's needed when it's not. That's why. Jim said, I'm so sick of remix and reboot. How about original films or adaptations of books that have never been made into movies before, like The Long Walk, which is based on a Stephen King book? 100% agree.
Yeah.
Much rather see original stuff that's never been done on screen before, as opposed to, like, I mean, it's lazy filmmaking, really, isn't it? Doing all these remakes, especially these like Disney live action remakes. It's literally lazy. I mean, The Lion King's probably the worst one because it's essentially the same. It's still animated. It's completely CGI.
So it wasn't one of the reasons that Disney were doing the live action remakes was so they could keep the copyright?
Possibly, yeah, could be, but it's weird. I still don't see why they do it. Like, because some of them are bad. Like Snow White's supposed to be really bad, and it's just like, what's the point? I mean, you got that original film, which is such a classic. Why ruin it by making an awful live action version of it? I don't get it.
People are paying to see them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Reboots and remixes, they're established IPs, so that's why studios will continue to remake and reboot films that people already know the name of. Like they did a reboot of Poltergeist that just died a death, and that was Kevin Bacon. Then they did a remake of Point Break, which again
awful.
flopped. And it's just the constant remake of movies. I mean, let's see what happened with the Toxic Avenger.
That's been delayed and delayed and delayed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks crap.
Yeah.
But the people behind it are really good people. In fact, I think the budget on that is like 4 times the budget of the original Toxic Avenger. I just don't.
Yeah.
The only way you get original films these days is if you're an indie filmmaker, and it costs far too much money to get your film out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Zoidber said, "Is Hollywood really struggling? Why all the remakes? They're struggling for ideas, clearly, but I think the remakes is just money.
They're not. They're not.
Well, no, because you're right.
Ideas.
Yeah,
they do not take. What do they call them? Spec scripts anymore. You do. They don't, Hollywood will not accept. Studios won't accept spec scripts anymore. So all the films that are sort of original come from films that are on the blacklist. So if the films are on the blacklist and they get made, that's amazing. But generally, you won't find a film that has an original screenplay unless it's from someone like Tarantino or it's from an adaptation of a book from Martin Scorsese or someone, the big name people. I mean, the last big original movie was not Metropolis, what's it called? Megalopolis, and that's just vanished.
Mm-hmm.
It massively flopped. And the reason it's not getting released on physical or digital is because he doesn't want anyone to own it. Why fucking make it in the first place?
Yeah. It's released over here, though, wouldn't it?
I think did it get a Blu-ray release over here or only a DVD?
Blu-ray and 4K.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think it got made many sales. I mean, I certainly won't be picking it up.
No.
But
apparently it's a mess.
Oh, it is awful. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen. Considering the talent involved in it, I don't know how it got made. It was so bad. I mean, Jodie, you know the scene with John Voight in the bed with the bow and arrow. It's just so how that scene was written. It's like something, and for Francis Ford Coppola to put his name on something like that is a disgrace.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of his, but I appreciate the art of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. There's no art in Megalopolis. It's just a mess. It's incoherent. It's just all over the place.
I don't know how you can make like just some of the most incredible talents ever just look so bad on screen. Like how do you make John Voight look so bad?
Yeah,
like,
Dustin Hoffman, who's like not even used in the film really. It's just a waste of his talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people walked out of our screening when we went to see it. Yeah, I don't blame them. I just had to stick it out just to get through it, but it was a rough one.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see that one at the cinema because I think I would have been one of the first films I walked out of.
Yeah.
Sai said, I heard that it may be Dave Bautista playing the Kurgan, which doesn't surprise me in the least that they're trying to get in. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that that's the name floating around. But I would say
it won't happen is because of the amount of muscle and stuff that he's lost.
Yeah.
Like, Clancy Brown was big in
it was,
the original Highlander. Batista's slimmed down so much that it wouldn't. I don't think it would work.
Yeah. Doctor, the reason. Oh, I think he's talking to Zoidberg. The reason why is because Hollywood studios are now owned by corporations and they are only interested in product based on IP. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Original films, that's something Hollywood forgot to do. Well, no, like Pete was saying, they're still doing them. It's just they're prioritizing these big IP things because they know that they're going to make a shit ton of money.
Exactly. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do get original movies, they're only ever on streaming services that are never going to play in theaters. So something like Havoc is not going to get played in theaters, so it's going to get lost in the Netflix algorithm after a week. You've got the $350 million that was put into The Electric State.
Yeah.
That flopped because it was a crap movie. That probably would have made more money at cinemas, and it would have.
Yeah.
Like Netflix and these streaming services don't need to put that much money into original movies.
Yeah.
Netflix's big problem is that they're putting money into crap films.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. He said, let's hope Hollywood leave The Godfather alone. Yeah, well, you never know nowadays. They're remaking all sorts of classics, so I don't think anything's safe. Totally agree. Films are getting boring, but all the talent is in TV series. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of really good TV series at the moment. I just watched Novocaine followed by Companion. Jack Quaid double bill. And both of them were very good and original, but neither one of them made any money, which is a shame because they are both really good films, I agree, but flopped at the box office again because
You
nobody
also got
saw
to
them.
take into consideration how wide were they released.
Yeah, I think
if they were only in a handful of cinemas, then you are going to see a loss.
Novocaine got a bigger release than Companion. I think Companion was an end of January release, so that's probably why that didn't get seen much because it was just.
But you say that, but sometimes the the end of January can throw out a
Bad
surprise.
Boys, I suppose. Yeah,
I think Companion was badly compared to Megan.
Oh yeah,
and
which
Megan was a January release, and it was a massive hit.
Yeah.
Even though it was badly marketed as a horror film, when it was nowhere near a horror movie, it was a sci-fi action comedy.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat as Raiden. That's Christopher Lambert, I'm guessing. It's a film of its time, like the OG Roadhouse. Remaking it just doesn't work.
That was the worst film I saw last year.
You didn't like Roadhouse?
It was terrible.
Oh, I thought it was a lot. Well, again, I've not seen the original, so I've got nothing to compare it against. But because I love Jake Gyllenhaal, I just thought it was a lot of fun. Although Doug Liman's not the best director.
He can be, though. That's the thing.
I mean, Edge of Tomorrow's the best film I think he's done.
Born Identity, Go.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, I've not seen Go, but I've heard that's good, yeah.
But he is a very hit and miss director. Like, he directed Jumper.
Yeah, yeah.
But Roadhouse it should never have been remade.
No, yeah.
Like, it wasn't a hit in the 1980s. It's a cult classic now, but in the 1980s, it wasn't. It was a flop then. It's got a low score on Metacritic.
Yeah.
But the one thing they left out of the remake was the actual fun of the original Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but he's not Patrick Swayze.
Very true. Yeah, very true. Christopher Lambert was in Night Moves with Diane Lane, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And they were together for some time.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Gears.
Gears.
Thanks, Giz.
I still have not seen Honora, so quite honestly, that movie sounds more interesting to me. Yeah, like I said, I know Pete didn't like it, but I really liked it. Yeah, just great film. I'm glad that I got the Criterion. Did you pick up the Criterion, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
30 quid though, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, wouldn't usually spend that much on something like that, but because I loved the film, I just thought, why not? And it's not going to go down in price, so I thought I'd just pull the trigger.
I'll wait till Pedro gets it in CEX for cheap.
They've got a daughter, I think. Yeah, Diane Lane and Christopher
Stalker for
Lambert.
£12.
What's that?
Stalker. The Criterion
Stalker.
of Stalker. I got it for £12
Yeah.
on Criterion.
I've still got to watch. I've got a copy. I've got to watch it.
I've never seen it. That's why I bought it.
I know Sam loves it so much, doesn't he? So that's why I bought a copy.
Oh, I didn't get on with it at all.
No, you didn't like it, did you?
No, I didn't. I actually thought about it, and I ended up trading in my copy to CEX as well. So I got like €19 for it, which was pretty decent. Yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, I'm never going to watch this again because it's just
It
not.
does
not
look
for me.
pretty intimidating.
Hmm?
It does look pretty intimidating.
Yeah, it is. Oh, sure.
Very bleak Cold War dystopian Russian post-apocalyptic mind-bending sci-fi.
Yeah.
You've got to be in the right frame of mind for that, haven't you?
It's 161 minutes as well, so
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You feel every minute.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a complete waste of time. I've not seen the 90s films. I've only seen the new one.
accurate.
Yeah. Cyrus, this sounds like money laundering to me. Oh, is that the Charlie Kaufman thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. As an American, oh, hang on. As an American, I say as far as Madonna goes, she is your problem now, since she lives there and has for the last 20 odd years. Oh, thanks, Jim. So I said Sydney Sweeney would be a good Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Damn it, I know this, Bernard Rose, but I can't remember it at the top of my head. Zoidberg said The Firm. And then James Reed said it's like Paper House or something like it shit. So I said no idea. Jim got happy because he got it right. And then he correctly said The Duelists. Zoidberg guessed Blade Runner. So I said The Duelists. And then Jim correctly said Boxing Helena. And then, yeah, Jennifer Lynch is David Lynch's daughter, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea on this one. It's a tough round. Although Pete found it easy that round. Was it the Psycho remake? So Zoidberg said Death Sentence, and then Psy correctly said Woodsman. Mike also guessed Death Sentence. And then Jim said, oh, why am I doing... Oh, what have I done there?
What you done? You lost
Shit.
the ball.
No, I've accidentally blocked Jim.
You blocked Jim.
How do I get him back?
I don't know, but we could talk about it now.
How do I get him? How did I manage that?
Well,
He's going to think, why?
Blocking people on YouTube's easy. It's unblocking them that's the hard part.
How the hell did I do that? Bugger. That's going to annoy me now.
It would annoy me.
How can I get him back? Oh, I feel really bad now because he's probably wondering where the hell he's gone. Oh no. And he had most of the bloody comments as well.
I better send him a message, hadn't I?
Yeah, could you send him a message for me, please, saying I accidentally blocked him and removed his comments and I don't know how to get him back.
Oh,
I'll
I
do
feel
it
really
now.
bad now.
Poor Jim.
He's definitely got to come on now so I can make it up to him. So I said, I know me too. Some of these comments aren't going to make sense now because I think it's Jim going backwards and forwards with people. Tom who? Tom Holland, exactly. I don't know. Dogtooth, yeah. No chance. None of this makes any sense to me, so I'm just going to skip to the things that make sense. Funny Games, that was Michael Haneke, but not the right film. Did everyone like Doctor Who on Saturday? Didn't actually watch it, so I can't talk about it, and I don't think anyone here watched it either, so I have to skip that one. Oliver Stone.
Found out how to unblock, by the way.
Oh, how'd you do it?
You go into YouTube Studio, go to the settings and community.
Yeah.
And then manage blocked users.
No, can't see it on there.
Hang on, I'm going. Maybe it's just community. Mentions. Under community section, scroll down to the blocked users list. There is no blocked users list. Oh, so if you click on the little 3 arrows.
3 arrows. Where's that?
On the community tab under comments, there's like a little 3-line arrow next to published, sort by, and haven't responded.
No, it's not shown on mine for some reason.
Oh, yeah, in the community, when you click on the community tab in Studio, it brings up the comments section, and there's a little like 3-line arrow pointing down. So sort of like a sideways Adidas sign.
Are you on Android or iOS?
I'm on my PC.
Oh, you might be a bit different then, because I'm on my Android phone, but it's not showing on there.
I'll go into the Android YouTube Studio app now.
Yeah, see if you can see it on there. I just feel bad for blocking him out for no reason.
Quickly come up with a reason. Community. Community Spotlight. On the app, on the Studio app, if you click on Community Spotlight,
yeah,
it'll bring up all the subscribers. I'm guessing if you select them.
He says he's making his dinner now, and he thought the stream was great until you got rid of him.
I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to bring up his comment, and there's a few, but when you click on the comment, it shows delete comment, put user in timeout, ban user and delete, or star comment. And instead of because it's been temperamental, I try clicking the show on stage button, and I click ban user and delete, and it doesn't ask you, are you sure you want to? It just does it immediately.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah, if you open up the community spotlight, it tells you all of your like recent subscribers. And if you click on them, it's got an option to hide. If you click on user, and it's got the 3 dots, and a hide user from channel thing. So if you find Jim, you might be able to unhide, I guess.
Let me have a look.
Supposed to look a bit like that. I know that's not very helpful.
Let's have a quick look again.
Right, Ollie, I've got to go to bed anyway. I'll see you guys again soon.
All right.
I think Ollie's got it. Is he frozen?
I think he might have frozen.
Tell him I've said good night when he comes
I'm here
back.
now.
Oh,
I'm here. Thanks
I'm
for joining, Roy.
You're welcome. Enjoy myself.
Good.
Right,
Speak
take
to you
care,
soon.
guys.
Night, Roy.
Bye.
Bye, Roy. I'm almost there. I found the page to unblock people, so I'm gonna quickly do that.
Cool. I'm going to call it a night because I've been up since 7:30 and I'm knackered. So, thanks for having me on and for the quiz, the very, very hard quiz.
Yeah, you won it though.
And I will see you all again soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, Pete.
No problem.
Well done.
Bye, Pete.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it a night there then. Like, I'll have to have a look and find out how to do it. But very, yeah, just very annoying that I've done that because I don't know how I did manage to do that with one click of a button.
I'm sure he'll forgive you.
Yeah, I just want to fix it because it's just odd. Because I don't know if I'll be able to see his channel now at all to watch his videos. Yeah,
I'm sure there has to be a way to do it.
Yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, it should be easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just see if there's any quick comments. Oh, I got one down there. Evening all, thought I'd just come on YouTube and catch up with a few vids, and you lot are live. You guys do live streams for fun. Yeah, bit of chaos at the moment. I've accidentally blocked someone. So the last 5 minutes I've been trying to frantically work out how to unblock them, and I don't know how to is the short answer, so I'm going to have a look after the stream quickly and see if I can get a quick fix. But yeah, we're going to call it a day there for the stream, going pretty much 3 hours. So thanks everyone for watching and joining whilst we did the quiz today. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll go again next week, probably, hopefully earlier next week. Should be back to 7:30 next week, I hope anyway. So yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you all next week.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone.